Alright, here we are with the Fellowship of Cybertron, Season 2, Episode 12. We are in March 2020. Episode name is... I have it written down. I'm prepared.
Avatar 2 Electric Boogaloo.
The name of this episode is The Icon Paradox. I am Devin, playing the Horizon Framework Playbook, and to my left we have X playing Y.
I'm Tyler, I'm playing Amble, the Lantern.
Ian playing Rover, the Collector.
Peter as Fight of Nospate, the Avatar.
Mark as Jakima, the Halfling.
Alright, team. So, we are fresh out of the Path of Logic. That is dead and doesn't matter anymore. So let's cut directly into the episode.
Huzzah!
Deep space. This is, time after repairs have been done to the 8-track and it's ready to be spacefaring. You're heading through a nebula, you're collecting resources and exotic particles to use for, continued repairs and just getting everything back up to, mint condition, as they say for ships like this. So, we will start a long journey to your next fun little adventure. Who would like to start?
I'll pitch first. Jakima.
Yo.
You are cruising through the A-track, as you do, when all of a sudden you are called out by Gung-Ho.
Gung-Ho.
Called out by Gung-Ho, who you promised to fight, and he is itching for a battle. How do you react?
Okay, so I'll just, I'll give him the sort of obvious. So, I was just, the whole thing about the fighting the glorious thing, it was just to keep you from shooting me so I could save the ship, right?
Oh, well that's different then, comrade.
That means you're a coward.
Please, come with me. Let us put X in ground.
Yes. Yeah, that sounds good. Have a nice rolling by. Alright, so yeah, pull out a beer instead.
Shoot, cool. So yeah, you walk down a hallway and a bunch of other minicons who have turrets start shooting you as he gets to the ground. Get him! Get the coward and the liar! He made a fool of us, comrades! We'll dine on his oil and mech fluid!
Okay. Did not expect that. Alright, so I'm going to basically just start grabbing minicons and shoving them in gun barrels. All like the little manipulator hands grabbing people and tossing them up, arms throwing them left, right, and center.
Jakima! What do you think you're doing?
Comrade Ambo, he is attacking us! He says we are tools to be used!
Clearly. Jakima, I thought I taught you better than this.
These cannons seem to be jammed!
We were cleaning cannons for Comrade Jakima, and then he started to fit us inside. Said we'd make good ammunition fodder.
What? So he can't see me now. He's doing the whole scout looks and just sort of his hands reduced to silence.
There's two sides to this story. There's yours and there's theirs.
Who have 30 witnesses.
And I don't know which to trust. So we'll put it to a vote.
And Jackamup's in prison.
Killing and cut to Jakima being executed. Crucifix style on the side of the ship, and the minicons are piercing his side with a laser spear.
Just throw him out there.
Alright, so I think I'm going to actually use an item I haven't used before.
Ooh.
God!
Contract.
Oh, thank God! I've been saving this for a long time. Good thing I've got it. And basically it goes back to I did a very important favor for one day for Skyway. And then it just shows just bringing her coffee sometime when she had a hangover. That's it. It's it pulls out a little card that says, absolutely get out of trouble for the bear because he brought me coffee one time. Marked by the official captain of the A-Track. I actually have an item on my sheet that says I can win an argument with other players and use this, and because I have the adventuring contract, and there's no
you're as slippery as a flyer, Jakima, and just as trustworthy.
Jesus Christ. Grace.
Come on, Minicons, let's get you patched up.
Comrade. And they go. One of them in the background surreptitiously takes down the banner they had meditatively drawn of like jack him up with like an X over it and throws into an incinerator. All right, who's the next pitch?
So,
Okay, so well, the minicons are still very riled up after the last group, and they have been kind of on a thing where picking fights against some of the larger bots. And well, one of them has been shouting out Murkob, a power word that has been basically just instantly knocks the larger thing to the ground.
Murkov?
Murkob,
What?
word of power.
Oh, is it just comrade backwards?
No, it's God help us all. It's a South Park reference.
I don't.
Yeah, so basically he's been using a word of power and just knocking and just going around, just basically swearing at the larger Autobots, just having them tumble over to the ground, and then they get, tied up and harassed by minicons.
Gulliver's travel style.
Yep.
So I guess Viter flies on over like, "Hey there, little one. Who taught you that word?"
I have liberated it from the soulless oppressors!
I mean, good on you for learning, such powerful things, but you know that with great power comes great responsibility.
But should not power be used to enact justice? Is that not the Autobot way?
How have this poor Autobot wronged you? Or this poor Waspinator, maybe? What was Waspinator?
Yeah, Watchman.
He's a Decepticon?
I mean, he's not the only Decepticon on the ship, and he joined our cause.
I don't know, maybe it was just the whole appearing and attacking the ship.
Waspinator, why were you attacking the ship?
Waspinator was pretty sure that wasn't Waspinator.
Can't argue with that.
Also, Waspinator is scout-sized again because you had to put them back together and on a lot of those illegal mods. Sounds good. So, imagine what Bumblebee looks like in Fall of Cybertron, but with a Waspinator head.
So, yeah, you have great power there, but you should use it responsibly and not just for shits and giggles, because that will come to bite you.
Skyway keeps saying that about using the weapons on the A-track.
I mean, how did that go back to hurt us?
That was actually pretty good. Actually, we used those effectively, and we bullied a planetary government, and things worked out pretty. And then we cured plague.
Yes, but we used it responsibly. We didn't start off shooting. We could have went in guns blazing for the dark side, and we didn't. And I guess that was for the best. The dark side did save us in the end.
Can you pause for a second? Really quick.
Okay, we're back.
It is a universal truth that peace flowers from the barrel of a gun.
I mean, you can't be using guns on your fellow Transformers.
Cybertrons.
Both.
None.
We can use that word, Devin.
All are one.
I'll consider this as as you are, of course, a wise angel.
Thank you. Use your beating sticks for now. They leave less marks.
Of course.
Yeah, alright, so... Oh! Yeah, just the minicons just resume their beating of Waspinator. And a fun time was had by all.
So, who do you want to pivot to next?
You and me.
Your pick.
Or you pick.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Well, actually, I think you have to do Ian because it has to end with me.
Okay. So, Ian, not to spite you, but I want to pitch to you that intelligent beings cannot be contained, forever. And since you had a problem with some race war earlier with your collection, we decided to separate them for the good of them all, rather than to solve that issue. I propose to you that, over the time, the generation they spent, they figured out how to bypass all the security we've put in place and everything, there because intelligent life cannot be contained. And they're free, and they want to finish that holy war that they started way back when. And kill, not Avocado, what's his name? What's your cat?
Yeah.
What is his name?
His name is Osiris.
Well, kill Osiris, because it's clearly the false god.
Okay. Rover wakes up from his chamber to alerts going off, being like, alert, alert. And Observatron's probably freaking out right now. He's the little Decepticon spy that owes me a favor, so he's watching over my people. And Rover goes down there to check what's going on, and as he gets down there, he sees Observatron hiding in a corner, while inside of his little domes, little quote unquote size of a city, there's a full-on war going on between different factions, and yeah, it's just, I assume, getting crazy in there.
I mean, how bloody do you want this to be?
It's probably fairly bloody. It's, as you stated, I didn't really solve the race war issue back in the day. I just put them in different bubbles and was like, that's good
The
enough.
hatred has
Gave
been
them time
passed.
to build.
The hatred
Yeah.
has passed on from generation to generation and became a religion.
Yeah. Yep.
And this
Yep.
day is today when they'll take revenge. And
I really need to start managing this better. Oh well. Rover starts rolling inside the chamber in his alt mode. Hello, life forms.
you have names,
The Great One approaches.
Yes, yes. What seems to be the trouble here?
You suffer the impure to live, like them.
Okay, well let's put down our arms right now and let's talk about this.
Today is the day of the reckoning. The Great War is upon us.
We'll lower our arms after they lower theirs.
Where's Osiris? Osiris, are you still alive in here? Where are you?
He's over there meditating.
Okay, good. Just completely ignoring this whole
He
war.
goes into stasis.
That's fair. I don't blame him, honestly.
The false god slumbers. It's time to end it. Our time is now.
They make war on your apostle.
Never wanted to be a god. I just wanted to play with organic life.
Only a true deity would denounce his divinity.
You're made out of gold metal.
Okay, so how did you guys get out?
We took out the god flesh.
Damn it.
We made our weapons.
Observatron! Should have been watching better. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. You guys are gonna go back to your side, and you guys are gonna go back to your side, and we're not gonna break into each other's pods again. Okay?
So Ragnarok's.
They
Oh,
escaped
stop.
once before. They'll escape again, and they'll slay your apostle. Is that what you want? We must defend him.
I mean...
We will not be contained.
no. Rover's really thinking hard here. He's like, do I kill part of my collection to save the other part? Do I save the collection? He's really... this is a big turmoil for him because they both belong to him. And that means they have value. And
Do you want it to be waging the endless war?
yeah, I mean, you can learn something from an endless war.
Organics
That's-
in disguise.
Interesting. I don't know if I can solve this on my own. This
Race
is...
war!
1, 2,
Okay, look. If you guys can't come to an agreement, we're gonna have to do something. And
We're in total agreement.
We both agree that we cannot stand the other to live.
okay, I get that. Yeah, that makes sense.
And we both grow weary of these voices.
But how do I don't really like that group. The rest of the crew might not be happy that I killed off some of my collection. Okay. Tell you what. You guys want to keep worshiping me, that's fine, I guess. You guys don't want to worship me, clearly, which is fine too, I guess. But you want to escape. On the next planet we go to, I'll drop you off. Okay? Just don't kill each other till we get there.
Wasn't it divided like some of them say worshiping Osiris and some of them were like
I think they thought they were worshiping Osiris, but they were, I don't know. That's generations have passed.
It's become muddled over time.
Yeah. Look.
So we're being exiled?
Yeah, no, you guys are being exiled.
Why aren't they getting exiled?
Because they don't want to kill Osiris? I'm sorry. I mean...
But he's clearly, the spawn of Satan. I mean, look at his markings, they're of the Decepticons. We've read your holy scripture. Purple is bad.
I get that. I get that. And it makes sense when you put it that way. But...
Don't allow them to challenge your divine authority.
Yeah, what he said. Or she said. I can't
Smite
tell them
them
apart.
Smite them quickly.
The gods will smite us, we will smite God!
Okay.
Attack,
I hit the button and close the blast shutters around the army on the other side and put it in a little pod. And okay, I'm gonna take
God
this
has
pod.
forsaken us!
I'm gonna take that pod program and I'm gonna send it to the closest habitable planet, and then get the pod to drop them off and then return to the ship. And I'm just gonna hit launch.
We swear an angel's vengeance upon you!
Cat worshippers always triumph. From now on, we will always purge purity with violence.
Hey, cats!
I don't know if that was the takeaway here.
Exile the heathens!
Discussion is better than violence. That's why we didn't kill the enemies. We just, dealt with them peacefully.
They all wink at you.
Rover just backs up and goes back into stasis lock going, I've messed up.
We're going back to the Cold War, guys!
And it
Let's
just
prepare for
closes his stasis pod with just a grim look on his face oh, fuck. Bad things. I might have to just purge this entire generation. Start from scratch. Okay, well...
Nah. Congrats, Ian, you've dealt with your problem by tossing it out the window.
Has it dealt with? We'll see. Okay. So, Amble. You are, after dealing with Jack 'em Up and the mini-cons and such, you bump into, or you walk around the corner and you see Viator as he's finishing up discussing with the mini-cons as well.
Okay.
And Viator turns to you because Viator overheard you calling flyers bad names and such, and talking
He's got
about
auditory
them, and of course, and discussing.
I'm not the only player around here.
Yes, but Viator, and there's a few other flyers that have come up from different parts of the ship that have also overheard you, and they are looking upset.
Oh, scrap. I knew this day would come. It's happened, hasn't it? You've all gone loony bins together. Flyers going crazy. Crazy going flying.
You're the
Well,
great.
go ahead and do it. My joints are ready.
Just like get down and kneel, put a gun to your own head. Jesus.
See, Amel, this is an intervention.
Call it what you will.
You've been, like, using some bad phrasing about some flyers and...
He's
you
a
know,
classist old bot.
And, I think, some people have, filed some HR complaints.
We're tired of this shit.
Sounds like a flyer to be talking down to us from on high while they get the cushy jobs while we work the mines.
Yeah, you're gonna have to elaborate a bit on the
Get off of your high vantage point.
phrasing. What exactly is wrong with what I'm saying?
Well, saying that all all the flyers are like what, power hungry, crazy, going crazy. That they're like Decepticons.
So it sounds like you're understanding me perfectly clear. I don't understand what's wrong with my phrasing then.
Well, not all
Teach him a
flyers.
lesson.
Not all flyers are like that,
No, you don't know.
Megatron, Starscream, Shockwave that one time, the aerial bots that one time,
Many
Omega
Autobots
Supreme
work
that one
hard too
time,
as flyers.
Jetfire that one time, not Jetfire, the other one, Skyfire that one time.
I mean, everyone has that one time. Everybody gets one.
Yeah, but all of them were flyers.
So what you're saying is that flyers don't get riled up and go crazy with power and organize themselves into angry mobs and confront old bots in hallways with no warning?
I mean,
Wasn't Megatron a four-wheeler before he gained the power to fly?
Yeah.
And then he became Megatron?
Didn't that whole thing happen?
I never read about that.
And your point.
Well, my point is that you take a regular grounder, like any of us, you give them the ability to fly, they go crazy. Bing, bada, boom.
So you're calling what's the name? Skyway also crazy? She can fly.
Not to her face, I'm not.
Well, I don't know what else to say. The
Discipline him.
I'm not his superior. The HR complaints have been filed.
Look, I just tell it like it is. That's the problem with you young bots. You're all too sensitive.
Young bots? Not all of us are young.
You look pretty young to me, whippersnapper.
I just look youthful.
Yeah, we like listening to old bots like Anvil and Cup.
Oh,
And he hacks us that one time. For he was a serial killer.
Was he a flyer?
No. He hacks us. Which I've mentioned before in these games. The Yaxis Science Academy on Cybertron was named after him.
well, I think that's a wrap then.
Alright.
Thanks for putting me in the spot, Ian.
Sorry. You're another flyer, so.
Just put any flyer for them to argue about against Tyler.
Yeah, any flyer really works.
I
You know, 2/5 of the Combaticons are flyers.
There's a lot of flyers. I fed a lot of people.
That's fair.
Yup.
That's what that Autobot that was talking is. Like, 2/5 of the Combaticons are flyers.
So, where do we
Yeah, he said that to you as you're walking away. The Combaticons are Decepticons. If you need that
Oh,
Backwards.
okay.
Rudicus. Alright, well, we end the long journey.
I know. Do we not set one for you?
I could, but I feel like at
We've done.
I mean, this is more for like
half an hour, we've settled into a nice,
the
quick little
overload.
pattern.
Okay, sounds good.
Alright. Let me... Okay. So, you guys, of course, as you're traveling the vast distances of interstellar space, go into stasis, power down the ship, and this time you have a course set for the planet that you found Icon on. Because enough time has passed, you can kind of check back in up to the planet Origin.
Yep.
And see what's been going on. So yes, slowly but surely, the four of you are brought out of stasis lock as the ship powers up and spools its systems up. You're in the Origin system. The other Autobots are starting to slowly come online. The bridge is powering up. Teletran's online.
Well, I hope this plan will be an improvement over what we had last time.
Yeah.
You're getting a ding on one of the scanners.
Show us, Teletran.
Oh yeah, the Autobot that was about to report turns his head down to the screen, lowers his shoulders.
We appreciate you, but Teletran.
Autobot, or not, sorry, Cybertronian escape vessel detected on surface of planet. And that shows, it points out one of the planets in the solar system. The planet Origin.
Oh yeah, I wonder how they're doing.
I mean, is that the same escape pod that we checked earlier, right?
Nope, because it wouldn't alert you if it was.
I mean, it had a hard reboot recently, so who knows? Maybe the cache are cleared.
Is it clear what kind of escape pod?
Not for the Teletran system.
Okay.
The Autobots try not to code their IFFs that way for escape vessels.
Pew pew pew. Well, all the more reason to go down.
Alright, you get in scanner range to see the planet's surface, and it's a barren wasteland.
So
what
that's
did-
disappointing.
What did you
Rampage?
guys do here last time?
The planet's surface is covered in thick clouds. It is a ice age right now.
I don't know. Maybe there's some survivors, some stations, underground stuff. You could try calming them.
Are there any satellites in orbit?
Yes, they're not functional for the most part. Some of them are giving off signals though, like they're active.
Okay, let's pull those signals in, see what they are.
It looks like, you remember that there were multiple kind of factions on this world?
They went nuclear.
The one called Rao, which was the one that Icon didn't live in, is still sending and receiving communications from the satellite you pick up.
Oh, neat.
Well, should we hail them?
I mean, those are just satellites. We might as well just.
Yeah, the satellites are just transferring data, research data, it's transferring number crunching from other servers. on
So
the planet.
these guys were
are they trying to stop the ice
one
age,
little trick.
or-
Just number crunching, math.
You know, we encounter a lot of technically inferior species running around, do a lot of trading with them. And
They're
these
not just technically inferior; they are inferior.
Yeah.
Everyone nods.
all right, not even touching that with a
The computer nods.
Anyway, a lot of them use old school low frequency emissions to broadcast signals and such. They used this stuff back when we were here earlier. We might be able to run into someone's from a couple 100,000 years ago. Math was never my strong suit. Just floating around, you can figure out what the hell happened.
Oh, yeah. Speaking of which, we still have to follow up on that pretender shell that's around here, possibly somewhere.
Tum Tum.
Tim Tum.
Not for us, Devin. Not for us. That might have been his name, but you'll later reveal his true name was Tam Tam. So,
You're in orbit around the world. Communications are rough because of the thick atmosphere, and there's a fair amount of energy disruptions, like ionized radical particles are in the air now. It's a nuclear winter.
I vote we send down some scanner pods before we go down there. This last adventure has opened my eyes to unforeseen dangers.
Yeah, okay. I apparently I got to give Mega Blast half an energy ration too. We bet whether we come back there'd be like a nuclear war style thing going on.
Vote. What are we doing?
Send down, scan the planet, see if we can find anything useful, and then go down there ourselves if need be.
Teletran starts spooling up, launching Sky Spy.
There we go.
It fires a gun at the planet. You can hear the Sky Spy on your Sky Spy's frequency. Collide. Observe. Scan. Self-destruct.
There we go.
What do you want to know about this planet's surface?
Are there any cities around?
Yeah,
There are ruins.
any organic life.
In what range? Like, what kind of numbers are you
Like-
looking for?
Like a
Multicellular.
It's not good.
Not good or non-existent?
Not non-existent, because there's always a margin of error, but you're at the margin of error.
Is there any energy signals?
Because
or
it didn't
area-
scan the whole planet, it just did, like, sample area.
Yeah.
Pretty wide area, but...
Any energy signals or active communications? Because we know there's stuff coming off the satellites.
Low-level background radiation.
Yeah,
The
there's
satellites
low
could be
background
a
radiation.
network that was set up before and just not destroyed.
Well, those satellites are being actively accessed.
Yeah,
They
the-
are actively accessed?
From Rao, right?
Yeah, from the Principality of Rao, I think they're called.
So
Yeah.
what's going on in that area?
Yeah.
Ruined, blighted wastelands, and, like, destroyed, like, large civic structures.
Well, it's a better place than normally. We tried the comms, right?
Yeah, nothing's getting through because of the planet's surface.
Are we thinking of anything Cybertronian?
Yeah, the escape pod. It's where Rao is.
Well, let's go there then.
Yeah, let's get
I
some
guess
boots
so.
on the ground.
So, what's the chance it's rampage?
Very low.
If it was Rampage, we probably know by now.
Yeah.
What is that ticking? Is that
That's
me?
just me.
That's you.
Someone's
Damn.
fidgeting.
Alright, so who are you bringing down to the planet?
No cease.
Gnosis, Waspinator, obviously Ecto-3 and Raketa.
Are you bringing
Bringing
Osiris?
Waspinator to planet?
Yes.
Planet Wasteland.
So there's nothing there to scare you.
Ghosts.
That's what it. But
That's what
Ecto.
Ecto-3 is for.
Waspinator modified.
Ecto's not afraid of no ghosts.
Ecto-3 is not afraid of nothing.
Except fear itself.
No, Ecto-3 contain and purge.
Boilermaker, you interested? No, I'm good.
Are you bringing Osiris?
Yeah,
your
I'll
buddy?
take Osiris.
He gets his cat suit on,
Ah, Special with little ears.
right? No, it does. It looks exactly like Autobots
It
suit.
looks adorable.
Yeah.
I couldn't think of anything
So
for
sweet.
Avatar Planet. That's why I went with icons, because I did have an idea for icon.
Okay.
Okay, so you are going to land in a shuttle pod, I'm assuming, from your ship near the nation of Rao. Zoom in on that escape pod.
Yep.
All right, you go in through the heavy cloud cover. There's turbulence, of course, but this thing was poured from molten Cybertronian metals. It's fine. It's fine. And yeah, the surface of the planet looks like it was hit by a nuclear war. Like, it looks like it just been obliterated.
Well, that's kind of unfortunate.
Yeah.
But yeah, you land outside what would have been the capital of the coalition. What would I call it? The coalition of Rao, the nation state of Rao.
Who can say?
Principality.
The Principality of Rao. And yeah, you can see, skyscrapers that have crashed up against each other, buildings that have been twisted and warped by the explosion. You are picking up some weird energy signals now that you're actually here, if anyone wants to kind of investigate that.
Sure. I'll... Oh, go ahead.
No.
Work
I was
together.
saying, yeah, let's do it.
Yeah. I have my books and catalog, which allows me to
Look
ask
closely.
2 questions by looking closely. And so I will ask. Thank you. What's going on here? What do my senses tell me?
Specifically, what do you mean by that? For what's going on here? Like, you don't have to be super specific. Just give me an idea of what you're doing science-wise.
Well, you said I'm getting a odd
Weird energy signal.
Weird energy signal. So what? Excuse me. Is it coming from the
Where's it
escape
coming
pod?
from?
Like, where is it coming from? What kind
The
of?
planet's atmosphere is bathed in it, and it's getting more concentrated the closer to the capital of Ravn.
Okay.
The signals are decaying tachyons.
What does my intuition tell me? Like, what's suspicious?
From the damage from these buildings, the way the explosion's gone, and the way that, like, you're picking up kind of background radiation, it feels like a space bridge went off here.
Oh, I relay that to these guys, obviously.
Makes sense. Escape pod's got to come from somewhere.
Yeah.
So, tachyons,
That.
they're space bridge related or?
No, actually,
Temporal?
tachyons don't use. Tachyons aren't used in the creation of stable space bridges. Tachyons are particles that, they flow backwards in time instead of forwards.
So temporal displacement.
A lot of things
Would-
could cause it.
Would that have caused the nuclear winter, or was it an
The
actual?
nuclear bombs.
Yeah.
You're nodding like you got a thought there, Viator.
Well, there are some tales of, wibbly-wobbly, timey-wimey stuff of people moving back through time or what have you, and those seem to be related to tachyons and what have you. So, we might consider something really weird here.
One of the hands of Primus, Quintesson, the fivefold god, their specialty was like manipulating space and time
Yeah.
in the Covenant of Primus.
So,
Gonna tap on Ecto 3.
Comrade?
You picking up anything, little buddy?
Yes, comrade.
What you getting?
EKG signals, but they are strange.
Strange how?
They flicker on, they flicker off.
Alright, well, you notice anything else weird, you let me know.
Yes, comrade. Imagine a Twinkie the size of Iacon Academy.
just imagine Jeremy Beremy.
And who is looking for like survivors or organics or whatnot? Who's interested in that?
That's probably Rover stuff.
I was assuming it would be Jackman because Jackman has a heart.
Actually cares about people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jackman is looking around, but it's more like he's like.
You're being followed by an organic.
Really?
Like you're small enough that you notice. And
Okay.
You hang out with organics a lot.
I'm going to basically go human and go into the mist and turn on my stealth systems.
So you mean you're gonna go into robot mode and then hide?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm just making sure. When you say go human, there's
I put on my pretender shell then.
That's a different character. Yeah. I'm going to.
I take out my human pants and I put them on.
jeans.
I wear jeans
Took
and a
me a lot of
t-shirt.
humans to make these pants.
Jesus. We're the good guys. So I'm going to use
We
the
were
lore
the
folk.
good guys.
Oh, wait a minute. No, I'm me having he's paying attention to me, isn't he?
Yes,
Yeah, never mind. I can't.
you're
do
being
that.
observed.
All right. In that case, I am going to. It's like, look. If I know you're following me, it's cool. We can talk.
Are you still hiding or are you observing?
No, I'm just observing him. I've got my hands up.
Okay, so it's two biologicals. They look like they're the same race. But they don't look like any of the races you remember from this planet. And they're talking about you as they're walking and talking. Like they're watching you guys, but they're keeping into like old abandoned buildings and like just chatting. Is that what they're talking about?
Yeah,
Before you
sure.
reveal yourself? I don't know, man. I don't know how you want to.
Are they? They said they're paying attention to me. So
But do they
specifically
chit-chat in a
looking at me,
language we
so-
understand?
Yeah, actually, you understand them perfectly.
Ooh.
Okay, yeah. What are they saying?
Alright, so there's a taller one that looks like it would be the equivalent of workman's overalls, kind of like you'd expect from like an electrician or like a guy who goes and fixes like cell phone towers with like tools on his belt and stuff. And there's a younger, also male one that looks like they're in their teen pupil years. And the taller, older one is basically recounting the Great Warden. like between the Autobots and the Decepticons.
Are they real?
Yeah.
They're like, and they're not wearing radiation gear.
Yep.
Is this atmosphere survivable?
For a time.
Hello?
They kind of look up at you. Are you like looking directly at them?
Yeah, I mean, you said they were paying attention to me earlier, so...
The smaller one kind of like looks like they're gonna bolt. It's like, it's fine. They like point at your shoulder where your Autobot shield is. It's fine. It's fine. They don't usually kill new life forms. It's good.
Yeah.
Hey.
Hey, yeah, what happened on this planet?
Could ask you what happened. Bunch of Cybertronian technology here. What did you do?
We haven't been here in, let's see, carry the 1, divide by 3, what is it?
You put it like this many, and your fingers start splitting like in
Yeah.
Ghost in the Shell.
Like it literally infinite in number.
Like in Ghost in the Shell, where her
Yeah.
fingers get all fractal to be a secretary or hacker. I don't know, one of the two.
A typist.
A secretary.
I
wanna watch
He
that
counts on the
movie.
Waldos because he actually got those super
Yeah.
claw hands. So yeah.
Likely story. What did you leave behind?
Let's see. There was a Cybertronian survivor,
Was I kind of making that face?
hardwired
Autobot.
Autobot named Icon. We had this sort of nation that was trying to get all the other nations together in one
The
big
Atomic
place.
Coalition.
Yeah. They
Yeah.
seem to be doing pretty good.
Yeah, they were. Right on track.
So like, and now there's this Cybertronian escape pod here, and a bunch of Tachyons going on. What's up with that?
Oh, you can detect those, can you?
Yeah, we got a ship.
The whole thing. I don't know. Come with us then, I guess, to the lab. I'm not going to explain it twice.
Okay, that's
It's like a whole thing.
yeah.
You have a
That's
ship in orbit? How did you get here? Did you space bridge in?
oh no, we
It's
go.
like space bridge? What? Like that's like it's a thing they do. It's a wormhole, but they call it a space bridge.
No, our drive is pretty standard gravitics. FTL, we last forever. Non-FTL, we last forever.
Yeah, they use sublight ships. They don't age. They just travel through space forever. They don't need to go faster than light. Where do they have to be? It's like, Wait, so you just stay on the young ones? Like you just stay on your ship, waiting out.
Well, we
wherever
spend
you're
most
gonna
of
go?
it.
Wouldn't that take thousands and thousands of years?
We just stasis through most of it.
Yeah, they just
Wake up once in a
they
while.
Just choose to go to death every once in a while, and they just wake back up. Ah. So you sleep away most of the time you're alive?
I mean, subjectively, only including conscious periods, I'm like 197,832 years old, roughly. Not counting relativity.
Yeah, relative. You gotta count for that. They walk.
Campbell! Oh boy, you should meet him.
Yeah, so you guys can now be aware that he's talking to two organics.
Like, knocked down, no.
Okay.
Organics, huh? One sec. I pull out just like a blanket and I put it over Waspinator's Decepticon symbol.
I think,
Waspinator's him sized again, just to keep reminding you guys.
so, hey, I mean, this isn't, don't want to cause anything, but just from what our friend Violator was saying, are you from the future?
No.
Of course not.
Are you from the...
Like, then, like, his giant eye just sort of does, like,
Squint.
the wink thing, like the...
Is that a wink or a blink?
It's a...
It's called Blinking Sun.
Of course not.
Yeah, no, we were on vacation.
Vacation from where?
Wherever I work.
Where do you work?
I do tech support.
This is gonna be one of these conversations.
Look, why don't we just ignore it and just take exactly what they say as Prime's honest truth, just for the purpose of moving along.
Let's just go to the lab and see what's there, I guess.
I am really curious to see how this got screwed up.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah,
it's-
so am I.
This cold is making my hinges freeze.
You have no idea how excited we are to get here. This was supposed to be around the time the Atomic Coalition took to the stars. Then they'd form the Harmony Gold Empire. That would become a peacekeeping force. It would fix this whole sector up.
I
feel really bad for Icon. I mean, this is just...
So why aren't you wearing hazmat suits?
It's fine. My TTC keeps us inoculated. It's also how we can talk Cybertronian to you.
Remember, they're not time travelers. Alright, so
Rover just stares blankly like he doesn't
Don't worry about it. God damn
Go
it.
to the lab.
I mean, yeah, we get about one every 6,000 years, roughly.
I bet you do.
I mean, they're not time travelers. They just come in with super advanced technology, talk about everything like it was in the past.
Oh yeah, you guys never do that.
Oh, yeah, I know.
Uh-huh.
That's in the files, too.
Yeah.
To having a
I'm not-
competition.
I wasn't trying to be accusatory.
There's two things Cybertronians know how to do: be smug and never end a war.
Whoa.
I mean, you're not wrong.
Yeah,
I mean, yeah,
he's got us there.
oh yeah, that is totally us. That's a good one.
I mean, when we end the wars, we end the wars.
We're trying to end it, guys, right?
I mean, we're currently on the back burner because, the other party's not here.
That's... Oh, Rover just looks deflated.
So yeah, there's this large superstructure that wasn't there before in the nation of Rao from the last time you were here, and it's been partially destroyed, and it looks like it's been partially rebuilt since, and it's giving off a lot of power.
So, is there life signs inside, or can we not?
One
see?
Cybertronian signal.
Interesting.
Oh god, I'm just waiting for Icon to come out and say, "I am a man," and then punch one of us. I don't know if anyone gets that.
Yes.
What?
It's a Superman thing.
And then we have to fight clones
He
of
fights
Hitler.
clones of Hitler. Yeah, he fights clones of Hitler.
Neat.
He grabs a giant gun from Batman's Batcave and then welds the guns that killed Batman's parents to it and kills Hitler with guns.
The fuck?
It's so bad.
I mean, we did leave superheroes and supervillains on this planet, so...
Yeah.
Well, let's see.
Alright. Yeah, so you guys approach. The two organics, they're just going to wait outside. It's like, we'll know when to come in.
Hey, Viator.
Yes?
So he's got a thingy that's translating what he says to our language, so we can understand him and he can understand us. But that means he's probably still speaking his original language. Can you hear that or suss that? I mean, I know you're super good with languages. Can you pick up on whatever language he's actually talking?
I mean, I have a translation book so I can translate what he's talking, and I can speak in a way that everybody understands. So it's like,
It's
complicated.
it's complicated. There's a competency gap somewhere.
Yeah.
Okay.
I can't understand every language. I have to use a manual.
Gotcha. You gotta consult a dictionary.
Yes. And someone took it, took a copy, and I was better at it than me, because they removed the slow
Yeah, I
time.
updated your dictionary to Google Translate. It just auto does it.
See, that's so... barbaric.
Anyway, as soon as you enter this superstructure and get close enough to the Cybertronian signal, someone screams out, "Decepticons forever!" and opens fire on you.
I pulled off the blanket.
As turrets start opening fire on you that have been placed on the wall. Purple turrets.
Okay,
Wait, hold your fire?
I mean,
alright, I'm gonna come
We'll
up...
just get to this first pass and we'll get there. But what are all your instant gut reactions?
I just
not
move with
get shot.
serenity and power word stop.
Well, they're hostile to you,
Yeah,
so
that doesn't work.
Oh well. Then serenity. Oh
Do
shit.
not mean harm right now.
Alright, so...
We're just walking in to see what's going on. There was no ill intent.
I'm gonna try something. I'm going to talk, I'm gonna talk in my pterosaur accent. Key on the IFF that I've got, that I had, and basically go, "Fool! Cannot you tell we are merely wearing pretender shells?"
Oh, all the guns focus on you. Fire more. Pterosaur. One of the guns like Pterosaur recognized. Blam, 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 blam.
I'm gonna use...
First priority: terminate, predicate.
I mean, they're not wrong.
Right?
I'm gonna use one of my... I've got just the thing, and just like activate an overshield to power armor
There you go.
and be like, okay, this is fine for now. So if I take a hit, I just
Your she's not going down. That's
Just
your
like-
ammo counter.
Rover's just sitting there disgruntled, taking a bunch of fire, like
And amble.
I'm too slow to react, so I'm kind of just like leaning on my girder, and I just take a bunch of pot shots. I just kind of go,
To the
Yeah.
knee.
this is what we call first contact.
All right.
Oh, the
so-
organics aren't here to hear your.
What's that?
The organics aren't here to hear your thing, unless you're talking to the Waspinator.
I'm talking to the Waspinator.
Okay.
All right, so now that I've got all this stuff aimed at me, I'm going to drive straight at these as fast as I can and get inside the range of the guns. So I'm going to attempt to overcome.
Do it.
That would be a 9.
So,
Pay a price or temporary solution.
Yeah, I think I'll call this a temporary solution. I just sort of want to get close enough to. I'm still obviously under threat of the guns, but because this thing I'm gonna say is the guns and the stuff firing these combined is probably bigger than me.
sure.
multiple guns.
I mean, I'm fighting a fortress basically, sort of.
Sure.
So. Where's that? Tough guy now. Tough guy. I can sting like a bee. So I can ask a question from Look Closely.
Okay.
Any recommendations, guys? Or Speak Softly, I can do that too.
What's here out of place? What looks suspicious?
Yeah, is there something
What's going on here? What's the sense of them?
yeah, I'm gonna ask, is there something out of place with these guns? Like, is there a...
There's nothing out of place about them. What are you looking for?
I'm looking for a sign that they're not Cybertronian.
They're Cybertronian.
I'm looking for an entry inside there. Is there any iconography on these guns that are not quite Decepticons? Something out of place other than these.
Not out of
these
place
guys
at all.
being-
These are actual Decepticon turrets.
Oh, okay. All right, so I just dodge them for now. Then I guess I'll hold them off. Then.
All right.
Okay, I'm gonna start gearing up for combat. So I'll get Screamo out, and he'll start going. He'll like supercharge my overshield, and then he'll warp into a little laser cannon on my wrists.
Hey guys, I got this one.
Yeah, I'm just getting ready.
Yeah, I'm
For
gonna.
when you inevitably fail.
Yeah,
Fall Decepticons, the Autobots scum.
Rover's just gonna pull out his sword and start prepping himself, and he's just gonna be like, "Okay,
You recognize
this."
that, by the way. When you hear that.
Wait, what?
You recognize that.
What did he say? Fall to.
The voice. You recognize the voice.
As he's pulling out his sword, he goes, "Wait, Voyager?
What?
Give it a moment. Give me a moment.
Is that you?
You
Hello?
used the wrong name.
I didn't use the wrong.
You did, jackass.
No.
I'll pause. And we're back. Alright, we had a quick break because I had to make some food for Nicole. And we're back. So anyway, guy yells out what he yelled out previously, and you were going to say...
Methosaurus? Is that you?
There's a pause. Voyager?
Yeah?
The turrets turn off.
It's like I had the claws out. I was going up to them, and I'm like, oh.
Put my sword away.
So a Decepticon walks out from the shadows. He's sized about the size of Viator. He is covered in black plating. He looks kind of like a a stealth bomber. Imagine a humanoid stealth bomber with 8 mechanical legs, kind of like jackknives coming out of his back. Purple power lines pulse all around him in the crevices where like veins would be, with a Decepticon symbol just smack dab in the middle of his chest plate, with a large 8-eyed head and like machine mandibles. As Tarantulas marches out from cover.
A wave. You look different.
I can say the same to you, Voyager.
It's been a long time. How are you keeping?
I'm keeping it well these days.
Rover just kind of nods a little bit.
They don't call me that anymore. That was my servant name.
Oh, brother.
Well, I go by Rover now.
They
So-
call me Tarantulas.
Tarantulas. Always nice to see you, brother.
Yes, Spark Twin. It's good that we are reunited again.
So,
Ian has mentioned he has a Spark Twin previously.
Yeah.
A few times. A scientist, a researcher.
so this
A
is
learned man.
my Spark Twin guys.
We were cleft from the same hot spot on Cybertron itself.
Yep.
Okay. So...
Oh, you're an angel.
Yes.
He's unholy. The blood of Unicron pulses through his spark chamber.
Huh. Remember that message we got, guys?
The one that prominently featured Tarantulas in it?
Yup.
Yeah.
So, what are you up to these days on this desolate planet?
The organics walk in. Alright, sounds like the shooting stopped. They just kind of walk up stairs and stuff and like little elevators and hang out somewhere else watching the scene play out.
Ignore us.
I fell to this world in my escape craft. The people here wanted me to help bring their world into a new technological utopia. There was friction with the other polities here.
Oh. And then this.
I'm just gonna lean on my girder and heal myself.
Is
And
that Waspinator?
my girder?
No, he's looking at Waspinator over your shoulder.
Oh. Yeah, this is Waspinator.
I thought you were on the Elcanor for war crimes.
He was on the Alcanar, we were on the Alcanar. I'm sure you spent some time on the Alcanar. Everyone's been on the Alcanar. It's not a big deal.
Yes. A scientist of my caliber would never be consigned to such punitive incarceration among the Autobot High Command. I had captured the sky.
He was always the eccentric one.
Well, he doesn't look like a flyer to me.
He can't fly. I wish he could, now that I think about it. Like, I really wish I could, but he can't.
Flying spiders!
He just jumps really high.
Alright, fine, I'll give it to you. Yeah, I guess he walks down, like, the broken stairs or podium, like, he, like, puts his hands up like this, and, like, the spiderlings behind him give off, like, a bit of lift, like, on the inside of the legs, so he can, like, hover down.
It levitates trains.
Yeah.
That's volume style.
Shh, don't tell him that. He's really sensitive. So,
I'm sure your companions have been told our glorious origin story.
Yes, Rover has regaled us with the tale so many times. Why don't you regale us one more time?
It'd be interesting to hear it from the other perspective.
Yes.
That's a great save. The two of us were born from the same hot spot in the days leading up to the war for Cybertron. We were both research disposable class, used as tools and analytical devices by the autocracy. Our minds were wasted, so we went underground, performed our own experiments, sought out answers that were censured. He looks directly at Jackamup when he says the word censured. From curious optics. In time, our published work was discovered, and we were accepted into the Haxis Academy of Science and became form exempt. There, we continued our research in secret, looking for answers, looking for the glory of our kind, hidden by the bureaucratic and plutocratic overlords. And then the war, of course, happened. Sides were chosen. Science was abandoned for notions of heroism. Not
Didn't
naming
abandon
names.
science here, brother.
For science, abandoned by an ignorant government, abandoned by gun-toting soldiers. And that's about it. We were the bright stars of Yahax's Academy.
Yeah, that's about how Rover tells it. Only he doesn't use as many $5 words.
Robert just kind of looks, nods.
That's it.
Doesn't use many $5 words. My brother always did have a debt when it came to flourishes of description.
Thanks.
So what kind of science are you doing out here?
Well, it's a funny story. They all are. After this world was... So the world... Where to start? There was a Cybertronian here, and somebody told him about the war.
Who could that,
I mean, which Cybertronian wouldn't know about the wall?
Yeah,
Everyone
everyone.
here that was completely ignorant, and my master had done some work on.
So you work for... what's his name again?
Sonic Star Speech Screen Spike.
Seriously?
One of those two.
Shockwave.
Yes.
One of the most preeminent minds of this millennia.
Mm-hmm.
Not 1,000 years millennia, million years millennia.
So, anyways, there was an Autobot, there was a Cybertronian here who heard about the Autobots and Decepticons.
And this, of course, caused conflict, as he gestures to his chest plate. Because, as you know, you must judge a data archive by its forward and not at the contents of it.
Isn't the forward a summary of the contents?
Yes, but sometimes you have to go past the forward bit. It helps to be well read,
So where
or
does
else
the
your well goes red.
so where does the blood of the anti-spark come into this equation?
That's a pre-existing condition. Not relevant to this story.
Okay.
So, where is this other Cybertronian?
Well, that's the funny question. See, it's not where that Cybertronian is.
But when?
Yeah, you all caught on. You met the time traveler.
We would point to the organics.
He does too.
I mean, we all travel through time, forwards.
This nation had conscripted me to help them update their technology because they were afraid of the technology of that other coalition that the Autobot was on.
Okay.
Factions inside this country's government tried to sabotage the work I was doing and cause an incident and blame it on the other country to stop both of us from advancing technology and cause an all-out war so their faction could be in control. The Autobot caught wind of this through his network of tiny transforming heroes, and they infiltrated my facility to stop the false flag operation. Unfortunately, infiltrating to stop the false flag operation led to a few misunderstandings, and my space bridge detonated. That happened in the capital city of this country, led to a few hasty decisions being made, and then he gestures...
Sorry.
It's you! And then he gestures to the wasteland.
Ah.
At first, I was understandably put off by the loss of data and chance to see what you can do with a society like this when left, to your own devices to uplift it.
Or he was just nodding along.
Then I, of course, turned my prodigious mind to escape. Then I met the Time Traveler, and the Time Traveler pitched to me the challenge of undoing this.
Ooh.
With my space bridge.
Interesting.
So I've been rebuilding it and working on completing it.
Sounds like a interesting challenge.
Yes, it was very interesting. I'm glad I completed it.
So you have completed your space bridge now? So you
Yes,
can now...
the space bridge is operational, and in theory can go back in time and prevent this catastrophe.
Huh.
You message like to everyone here. It's like, so you know that's not what he's going to use the thing for.
Yeah, through this entire conversation, like back and forth,
Yeah.
I'm just like on my girder, just staring at Jack him up, just
You just
waiting.
yeah. Just sort
So
of
what
looks
are we
at-
waiting for if time is not of the essence and so on?
Well, I proved it worked. The experiment is complete.
Ah.
At any time, I could use this device to go back in time and prevent the planet from being exterminated.
Yeah.
It's done.
Are there any
Thesis proven.
Are there any
You do sound like
life
Soundwave.
beside those of us here? Are there any other life forms on this planet?
Oh, there's smaller ones that I'm almost certain are pretenders. They wear odd coloration. They have funny names.
You haven't really proven your thesis yet, though.
A rock hits you in the back of the head.
I turn around.
Well,
There's nothing there.
Yeah.
You turn back to him.
You built the axe, but you haven't cut down the tree.
Boop, boop, boop. He's playing a video file of him talking to the time traveler about an hour ago. Yeah, just throw it through at this time index. You sure? Well, let's see if it works. And he throws that same rock through.
Yeah. You've proven that you can build the time thing. No one's disputing that. But that wasn't really the challenge. The challenge was to build a time thing that allowed you to go back and undo the problem. Until you actually undo the problem, you haven't proven that your machine is successful.
Well, that comes into the non-scientific aspects of this. See, science is a very rigid and contained field of study, without much wiggle room or creative process or socialization involved. To undo the catastrophe, I would have to go back in time and socialize with the people involved, including myself.
So you'd have to do something difficult, and you don't want to.
It may not just be difficult. I used to do a bit of sweeping up at the academy, literally. Some of those experiments involved in lots of bits everywhere. Let's put it that way. But there was some discussion over time travel and whether or not A, you could, and B, if you were in roughly the same place and time, there would be issues. Something about all of creation being
That's
negated.
wrong! It's wrong!
Hey,
Exactly.
It's why
exactly
you're a
my
janitor.
point.
It's
Until he's
90,000
actually
years
done
and
it.
These were grad students, so don't blame me.
It's wrong! Why is it wrong? You said that if you would ever go back in time to it and try to alter your own timeline, vampires from space would kill us all. It would kill us all. They're Cybertronians. They're achronal. What does that mean? It means time doesn't really affect them. Because they're old? No, just... So their planet has a living god? Like that devil in the bottom of the mine shaft? Like the devil in the bottom of the mine shaft, yeah, actually. Anyway, long story short, they can just go back in time and fight each other in their own past selves. Even if they kill themselves like Grandfather Paradox, it's fine. They walk it off.
I mean, we're gonna fight the endless war.
We have built-in paradox suppressors.
What was it, cushioning or whatever? Like shock, paradox shock absorbers.
Yeah.
It's not even built in. It's just time has been changing constantly around you guys. You just don't notice.
It's called the retcon, guys.
This is the time traveler interjected.
Yeah, no, I got that. But I'm just saying, you built a car, you even started the engine, but until you take it around the track, you don't really know if it works.
I threw a rock at you through time.
Yeah, it's a nice parlor trick.
I
That
mean,
wasn't
we
the
could-
challenge.
I mean, we can go do it. I'm game.
But then we won't be here in this timeline.
I mean, worst comes
What's
to
so
worst,
great about this timeline?
we'll just wait around and come back.
Oh, unless something else happens, I guess. I don't know. Well, I guess we can just wait it out.
I mean, what's the worst thing can happen in
Hold
700
on.
or 800 years?
It's not like parallel universes exist. It's not how time travel works. It's just you go back to the line, you make a change, and you're good. No fallout.
I mean, some say.
You'll be fine. Time travel is the least of the problems for you guys in this game.
That's fine. We just wait it out in the orbit or something.
I did find a bootstrap paradox in my research.
Oh.
It wasn't part of the experiment, so I ignored it.
What paradox would that be?
So, the prevailing theory is that Icon, when he was caught in the blast with me, was either destroyed completely, never found wreckage, and he used material that I would have found wreckage from, or he was hurtled through time when the space bridge went funny.
Okay.
So, I checked the archives here. I had time to do research. And it turns out the nation of Rao was one of the original nations founded on this world when it first became a society, when it first had people on it. They say that a man in power armor descended from the heavens and founded Rao the Conqueror. And then other empires split off and all that. Rao the Conqueror eventually died. His internal power systems went critical and he detonated. This is why Rao and the other nations, if you've been here before, use power suits, mechanized walking tanks. Prevailing theory was that Rao was founded by some sort of space colony.
Yeah.
But what if Rao was Icon? And the reason Icon was rebuilt by these people as a Cybertronian in the image of a walking tank, because walking tanks were chosen because they were the image of Rao the Conqueror, who was Icon. A leads to B, leads to C, and C inevitably becomes A.
Interesting.
So that means we'll have to blow Icon up in the space bridge for the loop to complete when we'll be done saving this place.
I mean, or we could
Does
just
it?
not be monstrous, and we could just like physically remove him from the space bridge.
But then the Rao won't be founded.
Oh no! What a tragedy!
This entire planet won't be founded. Yes, it's funny.
They don't know. Like, Tarantula's alive because he's a crazy person. He's a mad scientist, guys. He's always laughing. He's always doing that little and clicking his mandibles because he's a spider.
Spiders?
Yeah, that's what he is. He's fucking Dr. Smith from Lost in Space, the movie, with Joey from Friends. Well, solve it however you want. The Rao the Conqueror that showed up and founded this world has already been there and died, and if he was Cybertronian, no skin off our back.
Yeah.
No plating off our abdomen. You guys get to choose. You get to choose where you go back in time.
Go back to the beginning of history, just wait everything out, the boring bits, so we get to experience it all. Just kidding.
We're gonna go back in time and kill Megatron.
Not now.
So if we went back in time, so our options are kind of like, if we want to avoid Icon becoming Rao, we probably have to
go back to when the accident happened and just stop it from happening. Or you could go back to after he sent back in time and be like, dude, what the fuck? And just bring him back. Or I'll go underground and go to bed.
Yeah, we could, theoretically, that's where we can go back, grab him, leave a shell of a robot and have blow it up or something, and then we fulfilled the prophecy. Yada yada. That sounds about nonsensical enough for this time travel stuff.
Interesting thought. Have a pre-programmed
Sort of trigger for this, though. Some sort of time device trigger. So like a chrono.
So you'll just go
So
back.
a chrono
paint up a
button.
no-C and fill it full of C4.
And then a trigger for it.
Yeah.
What if we send the Waspinator back further in time so he can rule this world?
Waspinator's okay with that.
I-
Waspinator will rule with a cruel and iron fist.
I'm continuing to just lean and glare at you all.
So, Amble,
That's a reference.
what do you think?
What do I think about what? The fact that we're not bashing the Decepticon out of the courtesy that he's your spark twin? I think
To
that's
be
very
fair-
generous of us.
To be fair, I must preface this by saying the Decepticon cause has at this point disowned me.
Also, to be fair, we're not doing it
So
because
what-
Find crimes
Spot
against
friends.
the
No
Decepticons.
offense. We're doing this because we have potential chance to undo the death of like a
Listeners
bajillion
can't
people.
see, but
Yeah,
Rover's
we-
like
Can
shushing.
still deal with him and then use his time machine. Not that we're gonna. Again, courtesy.
So the Decepticons.
Personally, I am looking forward to joining my Spark Twin on your ship and becoming a member of the crew.
So the Decepticons have disowned you, and you have the blood of Unicron coursing in your veins. So what is your allegiance?
Science.
What kind of science?
You know, science, rigid, non-conforming, cold, calculating science.
To circle back,
Who would have won the Shockwave mission?
if you're asking what I think about the whole crazy let's go through time thing,
Yeah.
I think that's a science question, and you're the science guy, so make a decision, and we'll do it.
Okay. Well, let's. I like Jack 'em Up's idea of
Not killing everyone? Me
not
too.
killing them. Yeah. That's a
Jack him up with a solid plan.
solid idea.
We didn't start this fire. We didn't kill them.
Well, we're Autobots. We're here to save people. Let's.
It's like a reference to our Prince of the Universe.
Oh,
Where Ian didn't save those children. Now
you kill a few hundred children and everyone loses.
See, you didn't kill them. The demon did.
Yeah, exactly. See, you get it. So we go back in time. We put a pretender shell to pose as Icon to start Rouse Society. And
We grab Icon and
Icon still stays. We shut down this initiative and we build up the planet to be as awesome as it can be.
Great, let's do it. I deactivate my overshield.
Yep.
okay. I'm gonna turn on my one thing I am gonna do. Oh yeah, I am gonna call for a little bit of help on this one, just because we don't know everything about this planet super much, and there is one person I'm reasonably sure who, well, this cat's kind of out in the bag on this one. I'm gonna hit my homing beacon, the radio that's given to me a very, very long time ago, and I'm going to activate the beacon and call Tim Tom.
Oh, it's in this room.
Tim Tom?
Well, the beacon is. You can hear it. It's going boop.
No, like I'm just figuring a very, very long time ago, back when we.
Yeah, you have like a homing beacon, like a bat signal. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
beeping in this room.
Oh,
What the scrap is that?
Sounds like a beat.
Well, everyone fan out and look for it. It's annoying me.
Start going.
People are starting to go through
Dig
rubble.
through.
Yep, half-dead kid robot.
oh, there you are.
Kid robot, torn in half, fake rubber skin on top of it, has cyborg eyes.
Spark attack.
It's not a Cybertronian, it's a robot.
okay. Never mind. I'll cross that bond off.
Well, we might save him yet.
Yeah, we're gonna unkill him.
Oh,
This-
good point.
Remember
Yeah.
the time travel?
This time Tim Tam is dead, but there are Tim Tams in the past.
Yes, there are lots of Tim Tums in the past.
Okay.
Some might say there's an
So many-
infinite number.
Oh,
of
can I
Tim
rip
Tums.
out his drive?
Yeah, he has hard drives.
Yeah, okay. I'll tear out a drive so we have some reference material to work with.
Yeah, okay, so Tim Tum is like a... What's the word when the name spells out something?
Anagram?
Is it? No, anagram's when you rearrange words.
Acronym.
Onomatopoeia?
Acronym.
No.
No, acronym is
Yeah.
when you shorten things.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm thinking of. The word is acronym.
No, it's not. Peter's right. It's anagram.
Anagram
No,
is when you
it's-
arrange it. Like, you know...
Anagram is when you rearrange it. An acronym is when it's like...
when T
Scuba,
stands
yes.
for okay.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
now
So-
I am Lord Voldemort.
Yeah. So Tim Tum is an acronym for a bunch of bullshit that made someone want to spell out Tim Tum.
Okay.
And the hard drive's like, oh, they give Icon a companion kid to like orphan take care of. You know, to keep his mental state balanced. That's it.
Okay.
You guys all swung way too quick to Decepticon.
Oh, no, this is disappointing.
Well, to be fair, he was a robot in disguise.
Yeah, there have been hundreds of Tim Tums.
Oh, but there was only one.
That's really dark.
This isn't even the first Tim. Yeah, this isn't even like the 100th Tim Tom they gave.
It's like,
I mean, in our defense, you played that creepy music when you were revealing that Tim Tam, so not aging and so on.
Yeah, it's supposed to point you towards a total different set of reveals that have never been revealed yet.
Well,
Which I have no idea how to get to you guys.
exposition dump.
I just have no. There is a nugget of conspiracy facts here, and there is no way for me to get you guys to it. Don't know.
Maybe somehow we'll chew our way to the chocolate center.
Right? It's like, oh, here it is, the last bit of info about Icon that wraps up his whole arc.
Well, yeah.
I don't know how to get you there. It's over here.
just out of reach.
Everyone who could exposit it is dead.
Maybe one of you more technically ecumenical people types can go take a look at this, or I don't know. Is it just a plug and play, or
Yeah.
Yeah, all right, so they'll just record some of this memory and see if there's any usable data on what the heck went down when he.
Like the last things, it's like, yeah, all right. So Icon is like in stealth mode, so he has like camo clothing over top of him to like make sure he can't be seen while he's infiltrating this facility because it's a superhero comic. And then he's like narrating to himself. He's like, I have to be stealthy. A single noise could alert the hive and let the bees out. And Tim's like, "Oi, that's a crazy expression, Gov," because this Tim Tom has an accent. And he's like, "Tim Tom, what have you done sneaking aboard this dangerous mission? I told you to stay back at the base." It's like, "Come on, you can't leave old Tim Tom out of a good scrap." And then like you get the whole, it plays out, they're like, "We'll have to stop these people from triggering a nuclear war for their own selfish ends." Then Tarantulas there, it's like, "Autobot scum, shoot first, never ask questions! I'm a scientist!"
Some things don't change.
To be fair, I had been enhancing my energon at the time.
We didn't like him either.
See, I knew you guys would get along.
Too righteous.
Anyway, so that starts a Cybertronian brawl in the middle of this facility, and then those people set off a bomb. It causes the space bridge, generator to go wonky. You can see Icon like caught up in the explosion, disappearing into it like it's a sphere of metal, like liquid metal. And then boom, explosion. Tim Tom's dead. No more video feed. No.
Okay.
Yeah, stealth suit, Peter. That's exactly it. The fucking rainbow Batman suit.
He blends into every color.
Excellent. So, going back in time. I think that's...
You time travelers want to come with?
Oh, heavens no.
Okay.
I'm only here to see who broke things and to help fix it. And I've helped fix it. I helped him build the time machine.
So I guess you'll be going then.
Stick around and make sure it works.
Okay.
See? He's not confident either.
We're going to go into my TTC and wait this out, and like about an hour or two we're going to walk out. And this place is full of robot dinosaurs, or Brainiac rules it, or I'm going to be very upset at the four of you.
You would be upset at robot dinosaurs?
They're not... They
Yeah.
make terrible waiters.
Alright, all I'm saying is we got different standards.
You just need to put them in nice tuxedos.
Yes, we did that. It didn't work out. He was a nightmare.
We'll make them better.
Yeah.
Well, next
I'll
one.
not bring steak.
He
Well
is
done.
literally talking about Grimlock.
Yeah.
Grimlock also was caught in the space bridge explosion back in the Fall of Cybertron game. So he is out here somewhere. I was going to have him show up as like a thing, and you were going to fight him, and it was going to be like Planet Hulk, and it was like, "It's our champion, Grimlock!" And you'd be like, "Oh, fuck us."
Grimlock think you have enough free breadstick and water.
It's going to be a whole thing.
I know him from war.
It might be the Avatar. That might be the plot of the Avatar planet. It might be just be Planet Hulk. Like they're all like, "Yeah, we worship this guy. He had the symbol you told us about."
That would be fun.
That would be.
And it's all like, "Come on, Grimlock, you have to come back to Cybertron and have people spit on you." You
Remember,
don't want that?
Grimlock, we have our own version of Cap. Don't you love Cap? He tells also good stories.
Grimlock, go back to Cybertron and continue to be, ordered around by Optimus, someone who's physically weaker than you and also has ideals you don't believe in because you believe that strength is the ultimate decider of right and wrong in a universe that's cold and uncaring.
Why isn't he a Decepticon?
Because the Decepticons are cowards, because once they seized power, they used it to push around people weaker than them instead of seeking out bigger and badder foes.
Ah.
That's not even in the comics. I made that up now just talking. I just strung the words together as they came into my brain.
Well, I guess there's no time to waste. Let's go back in time.
Oh boy.
Are you coming with us, brother?
This seems like a away mission or a physical education exercise. I'm not very into those anymore. I had a recent run-in on Cybertron that required me to get physically active, and I did not care for it.
But let me pose you
I
this.
did shoot a giant in half, though, and he had it coming.
Excellent.
Also, yeah, we may not want if he meets himself from the
Well,
past, then maybe.
Let me pose you this.
I
If
have
you-
never dissected
Exactly.
myself.
Exactly my point, brother.
I need to have more Dark Energon in his veins.
I mean,
I could definitely go for another hit of Dark Energon.
not the original point I was making.
You've convinced me to join Phys Ed.
Well,
That's awesome.
Once again, Rover's personal skills come through.
He's not the flyer.
Oh, hey, out of curiosity.
He then jet flies up a bit to the top of his control tower and starts like powering up the machine.
Let's jump people
Little
style.
question here. What were you trying to build a space bridge to earlier?
What do you mean?
Well, you said you were building a space bridge.
Correct.
So, which, what was the other on the other end of the space bridge you were building? Was the place you were trying to go?
They asked me to update their technology with the most advanced technology I could find.
So immediately you went space bridge.
Wouldn't you?
he's got a point.
I mean, that is one of the most advanced technologies out there.
Yeah, it's like ancient Cybertronian tech.
I mean, you can't make them transform, so that's the second best thing.
Stick to sweeping.
I like how all four of us just ganged up on
It's like, why
Rover.
did you build a device that could teleport you anywhere in the galaxy instead of curing world hunger? It's like, I didn't want to cure world hunger.
Oh, the robot dinosaur butler!
You gotta think like a Cybertronian.
He didn't want to cure world hunger. He wanted to build a gun that shoots a hole in space that lets him travel anywhere through the hole in the body of the universe. Which is all a space bridge generator is. It's a gun that gives a gunshot wound to space.
Take that, space.
Pew, 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 pew.
That was a good question to ask.
It is.
Yes.
It's valid.
Yes, and that was an excellent retort. I don't care. I thought it was awesome.
Unicron, of course. Boom.
Alright, just out of character, just let you know, he is not with Unicron.
Mhm.
They're not working together. They're not an item.
Yeah, I think you said that Unicron doesn't work with anyone and no one works with Unicron.
Yeah, the last time he dealt with Unicron, his spawnlings mind controlled him and puppeted him for an entire season of this game.
Yeah.
He's not about that.
See, I wasn't there for that,
I
so
know.
I was just sort of assuming. So he's not trying to build a spaceship and like, well, now I can teleport to Cybertron, activate the Reaper beacon, and
Yeah.
You
that's
bring all the
No,
Reapers in.
that's a nightmare. He doesn't want that. He was... Fuck
He was there
that.
for that. He already did it.
Yeah, he almost did that.
I do
gonna
not
do it
know
again.
how the first game went down. So
Pretty well. Went down pretty well, I think. We
To be
killed
fair,
Peter's
Jack 'em Up
here.
wouldn't know either.
Hmm?
I said, be fair, Jack 'em Up wouldn't know
yeah,
either.
yeah, you would just be assuming is this evil bastard Decepticon trying to do his evil plans.
He is literally Shockwave's apprentice. Oh, I did have a purpose for being out here this deep in space, other than escaping the consequences of my actions. Shockwave's out here.
So is Rampage.
No. That's a
Yeah.
big cyber yikes for me.
Oh yeah, and you might want to add to this list Depth Charge. Yeah, he's no, like no.
Depth Charge?
You seriously,
I'm not going to be that afraid by someone who sea sprays Spark Twin.
I mean, he decided to take, Shockwave's toys and play with them.
Yeah, I do that all the time, and I
You've
never
convic-
suffer consequences.
All right,
for
look,
that.
I'll just tell you.
You're smart.
We modified
The Cybonian plague.
the Cybonian plague.
And was going to infect Rampage. Or Ravage, sorry. Is it Ravage?
Rampage.
Rampage.
Rampage. Ravage is one of the tapes.
Yes.
The
Rampage.
heck?
And he was going to infect Rampage with it.
That's a very short-sighted plan. Rampage is immortal, so he would just be a carrier for the virus.
That was the idea.
Yes.
Well, it wouldn't really do anything unless it was affecting things other than Cybertronians.
It
It
was.
did.
Oh, yeah, okay. I see the logic behind that. It works. It checks out. That would be a way to deal with Rampage based off his psychological profile.
You need to put the quote up in the web. There is logic in what he says.
That makes sense to me.
That tracks.
Yeah.
Well, are you gonna shoot your time gun?
Absolutely. I'm just going to aim it at space first, then time. You have to get the wound going so it goes into shock and collapses the waveforms. That's how it'll bleed out tachyons. Science away! So there's a rumble, and yeah, the space bridge tower device that looks like a Mass Effect relay, basically, pointing up. Like the one in the Presidium in Mass Effect. Yeah, fires upwards and creates a giant gaping black hole with like lightning storms and red like tendrils of electricity coming out of it like a jellyfish. Alright, there's your time hole. When did I set it?
To
Okay. Big
3
pause.
3 days before the end. Like 3 days before
The red
everything blew up.
explosion.
The red.
Oh, okay, sure. Boop. Well, have a wonderful time. Oh, I'm coming, aren't
Yeah.
Yes.
Right. Kill and eat myself. Right. It's just,
Ouroboros.
I get so confused sometimes. You know, can't tell which voice is mine.
Doesn't happen to all of us.
Blood of Unicron, so low-level chattering of all his children in the back of my darkest dreams, compelling me to do his bidding. It's fine, I have it under control. I do need more of his blood, though.
Yeah, that's your spark twin.
I swear he used to be more stable.
Maybe you were more unhinged.
Yeah, right? Like, which way did you guys level out? Anyway, he gets on a little lift and just like hits a button and starts lifting him up.
I jump onto the lift. So.
Oh, okay. He'll just back down. I assumed you could. I don't know why I'd assume any of you Autobots could fly.
Do we look crazy?
I started
He actually gestured. He actually kind of looks over to the one who his alt form is literally Unicrons.
and a spider.
If I was a betting boy.
Thanks, Solomus.
You guys get on the time platform?
Yeah.
No, it's an optimal shape for high-powered individuals. That's why, so bubbles are around. Same reason.
Alright. So bubble round. I love that analogy too. Comes from my favorite Kevin Spacey movie. Now that I know about Kevin Spacey, it's less fun. Alright. Time bubble happens. You guys go through a whirling demon chasm of time vortexes. And are spat out. Where did you guys want to get spat out? Let's assume you had that conversation.
Yeah.
So you're not showing up directly in the middle of Tarantulas' workshop under heavy guard in the capital of Round, start a shooting war.
I mean, did we want to just punch out tarantulas right here, right now?
Tarantulas isn't the problem. It's the false flag operation they're doing 9/11.
Wait
a minute. Real life 9/11 wasn't a false flag operation. Right. Sometimes I get confused about what's real.
Devin, with Hillary in the White House.
Sometimes I can't keep track of what conspiracy theories are real or not. Like, I know the CIA did the thing. Like MK Ultra.
So, we want to get put out. Do you want to be with, Icon?
This is your show.
Yeah. What do you want to do? Do you want to just talk to Icon?
Sure. We'll join up with Icon 3 days before and help him stop the thing starting the explosion.
I really hope you have this planned out.
Clearly.
Oh, it's time travel. We can just try again.
Not wrong. Not 100% right, but not wrong.
Okay. You guys get thrown out the time hole as the time hell opens up in plain view of everyone above the capital of the Atomic Coalition and drops you guys. Is it all of you and your companions?
Yeah.
So many of you guys. Avocado takes off his mask and starts throwing up.
Just patting him. Sorry, bud.
Oh. I don't understand what we're doing. Did we go to another place from another place without walking the distance in between? Is that what we did? Tell me that's what we did.
Short answer, yes. Long answer, it involves going through time too.
Ugh, and people
What's
wonder.
time?
And
Time
people
is
wonder why.
when things change.
The
We're unchanging
seasons?
things.
Stick with the short answer, kid. You'll be happier.
We're unseasoning the world.
Hacking up a time ball.
I told you not to lick the walls as we went through.
It looks like a hairball, but it's like textured as static, like making audible noises.
Ugh.
The color of the hairball is making noise.
That's fair.
And some of the other races wonder why we just stick to normal space.
Yep.
All right, let's go hit who we gotta hit and then get out of here.
Oh, right, in disguise. Giant robot death tarantula.
Excellent disguise.
Oh, there's Spider.
Fear not!
Gigantic robot ape.
Well, it's me.
A yellow and black car. Like Cybertronian, but yeah.
I tap on top of it.
Yes.
Open the doors. No cease.
In they go.
Expensive upholstery.
No, don't touch.
You're gonna ruin it!
Put boots on seat. Put boots on dash. Cheese slice in CD player. Is there an air raid siren starting to go off?
Are there people around?
Yeah, like a whole street full of people. You dropped in like
what would be
fucking
Times Square? Yeah.
I'm gonna speak clearly.
Be not afraid.
Yeah.
Now we
In my
got
giant
with
ape
Dini
form.
Bone.
So like a gold and white spider and a black and purple death spider and a giant machine.
ape.
Yeah. And what are you guys?
Oh, I'm just still a machine. I'm like, this has gone out of hand. I'm staying in machine form.
Yeah, I'm gonna stay. Any pretense at being a, I'm just staying in my. Besides, people know us in this human form.
Yep.
We've been here.
Alright.
In the past, not this past, but the other past.
Yeah, previously chronologically to this
We've
period.
had previous episodes here, gang.
So how do they look? Are they panicking or are they?
Yes, a
quick,
giant
spider.
demon hole opened up and deposited robot animal demons.
Okay.
And again, two of them have already said in a language no one understands, be not afraid.
Oh yeah, that's right. I don't really speak their language,
Shut
do
up,
I?
time traveler.
I speak their language.
They didn't want to come.
No, tech support did not want to come.
Can one of you translate for me?
Yeah, I can start or Vita can translate.
Damn you, mermaids!
I know, I love the air-breathing mermaid. Like, this would not be a problem. We did a count. There are, I think, 25 character playbooks in Fellowship and, like, 35 Destiny playbooks. And one of them, in a Star Wars game about exploring strange new worlds and new civilizations, completely makes it impossible for the rest of you to talk to people. It's the best thing in the world.
You're welcome.
Yeah, it's too perfect, Peter. It's too fucking perfect. You went to the because the Angel playbook is in the Inverse book, and the Inverse book is the Horizon book. Yeah. So it had to be there to do that.
Yeah.
Your move: destroy the Tower of Babel.
Yeah, the Tower of Babel. I exist. And then the Angel playbook picture. I sure hope you liked existing. Its eyes go red. The tower explodes.
Just do the universal greeting. You'll be fine.
That's a deep fried meme. Yeah, I should make that for the Fellowship server. All right.
So you were monologuing.
Yeah. Okay.
Biwani Mawe Minigra.
Your
That
accent's
was
off.
terrible. How close did I get?
You're quite good.
Yeah.
85%.
What do they call this? What do they call this planet?
Origin.
People of Origin, be not afraid, for I bring you tidings of great joy. Lo, unto this day we have arrived from the future
Again.
And now this planet will not explode.
to usher in an era of peace and correct you from your wayward ways. We are mostly peaceful.
Are the time travelers here, or did they?
No, they did not come.
Or just to send a message to time travelers saying, "Yep, very, very smug. Yeah, you did nail us there."
You may calm yourselves and return to your homes.
Is that Jack 'em Up?
Yes, that is Jack 'em Up.
Hey,
People start crowding around Jack 'em Up. It's Jack 'em Up!
how you doing? Yeah, just talking. It's like I think I remember how to speak this language.
You did. You spoke clearly. You calmed him down.
Okay.
And also, his thing is fame.
Yeah.
That's what I cooked into the icon story. Like, not this one, the original one.
And also, I probably have some very old warrants for my arrest for.
No, this is a civilized society. Minor infractions like traffic things are cleared after a set amount of time and don't infringe your licenses. In a civilized, real nation,
So just like frame your mugshots, and now you're probably like.
Yeah, this went into your permanent record.
not like some sort of
States where it's
barbaric,
life.
crazy nation where they'll carry that, like, a speeding ticket around for decades.
Or throw you in jail.
Stop you from getting a house for it.
Yeah, throw you in jail because
Poor
you don't
Olivia.
pay your medical debt.
Fuck.
That would be crazy.
That would be goddamn cruel. Anyway, from here on high in the future and Canada, we loom down at the Who's in Whoville and their poor lifestyle.
Oh dear.
So yeah, people start crowding around you, not being afraid of the two giant spiders, giant ape, and Cybertronians.
Well done. Well, that went well.
Mm-hmm.
So, you want me to try?
We need to find Icon.
Well, I don't know what icon is, but I do know one thing. And now I hit the signal again and try and call Tonto.
Tim Tum's coming is en route. He's getting closer.
Oh, good.
You just hear beep, 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 beep. Okay, everyone fan out.
On the horizon, a large armored blimp is getting closer. It's an icon's coloration.
Okay.
I start scaling one of the buildings.
Tarantulas will just kind of hang out and not go into robot mode because people on this planet have seen his face.
That makes sense. Yeah, no, smart. There's a reason
I'm
he's...
incognito, twin.
Good call.
Robots
Very
in disguise.
conspicuous.
Yes.
Oh, he's wait for the blimp to make its way here.
It's pretty
We'll take
fast. Runs on Energon, or like their equivalent of it they have here. Naquita.
Woo.
Oh no, they don't have Naquita tech. They didn't figure that out. That was the other planet.
Yeah. And that did not go well for them.
Well, I mean, Pandora.
Pandora did have Naquita tech.
Yeah, the Pandorans, they
Oh.
have Naquita deposits on their planet.
Yes, but they have Naquita tech.
I mean, when you go back and it's Planet Hulk. Yeah, I think that'll be tomorrow's session, or I don't know, it's already 10:20 and you haven't solved the mystery yet. Maybe the next episode
Yeah.
might just be Planet Hulk.
All right. So yeah, we are going to. We'll just wave at the blimp.
Yeah, there's spotlights on you guys, and then eventually the blip opens and Icon drops on down in a crash harness. Hands on his hips.
No, he doesn't. He descends onto the ground with his fist down onto the ground. He literally
He doesn't do the
he's not gonna
superhero
do it?
thing. Nope.
Oh, okay.
He lands gracefully with his hands on his hips, striking a statuesque pose.
Yep. Hey, Icon! Hand him a beer. Energon.
My friends, you've returned to this world.
Yes.
Yeah, we figured we'd
Sorry.
we figured we'd take a look in and see what's going on. We gotta have a talk about a few things.
Your method of conveyance is different from how you previously arrived here. Your 8-track. It's not on our sensors.
Your senses aren't that great.
That is likely true.
It'll get here soon enough. In 10 years.
And we sort of jumped ahead.
advanced vehicle?
Sure. Do you have somewhere more private as he gestures to the
fact that we're,
swarms
like-
of people
yeah.
and the fact that we're in the middle of the city?
Let's go
A
to
little
your
Waldos are
Fortress
like
of
writing out
Solitude.
autographs.
Sure, let's head back to the base and we can properly decompress and, what's the word when people are done with a mission and they kind of want to give a review of it?
Briefing?
Briefing. Debriefing. Decompress and debrief. The 2 Ds.
Defrag.
He speaks Cybertronian, right?
I don't remember.
I'd say he probably does by now because we left him.
Hey, he left him books. So yeah.
He picked up on it.
Do you speak to him in Cybertronian?
I'm not saying anything. I'm letting these guys take point.
Yeah, okay, yeah, we'll just
Go to his base.
Follow
Yeah,
him back
go
to
to
his base.
Alright, get into the blimp.
Okay.
Alright, he starts going back.
So-
We launched before we knew it was you. We were expecting some sort of robot animal rampage.
Rampage would be bad.
Yes, by definition.
noun, capital R as opposed to small r.
Oh, a code name. Right.
Yeah,
I'm getting used to that.
he's that guy is literally invincible.
An extinction level entity.
Troubling. Is that why you're here? To warn
Oh
me
no,
of-
thank God.
No.
But thank all the primes. Thank Primus.
the Allspark.
Yeah, if
Or
it
the
was
Matrix.
a rampage, it would be an evacuation, not a warning.
Even from a ship crewed with soldiers like you?
I mean, maybe if we could drive him
He was
off.
literally thrown into a black hole and he survived and got back.
Is this normal for our people?
No.
Maybe not for you guys.
Some of us are more exceptional than others.
Functionalism. I understand.
We all look at Wilfer.
Oh, you haven't introduced me to your new companion. He gestures to Waspinator.
Oh, Waspinator,
Hello there, little
this is
bot.
Icon, this is Waspinator.
Hello there, little bot. He's slightly bigger than Waspinator. Remember, he's this guy's sized.
Yeah.
You know, goes shake his hand. Waspinator does not want to engage in hand-to-hand combat.
It's okay, Waspinator, he's a friend.
Shakes hand. It's like the no sees. Ah, my cousins.
Yeah, they've been real pals of mine.
Existence is torment.
I love those guys.
And he walks up to Tarantulas. It's like, and that must be Viator, right?
No, I'm Viator.
Where you-
Transformed back.
Okay, it's one of the two spiders, guys.
Yeah.
You had good odds.
Oh, all right, Viator. There you are. Then this is.
A whole thing.
Yes.
Worry not, proud hero. I am Mesothalus, a scientist. Well, you can never have too many of those.
Yeah. Because sometimes I've been finding having one is.
It's a
Grover just looks like he just like follows your gaze as if you're looking to like someone behind him.
Right, someone else.
I mean,
Yeah,
you have-
scientists are always keeping me in work.
Did you bring Osiris here last time?
I wasn't here last time.
Oh shit, you missed that whole
Yeah.
adventure. So yeah, you get to meet Osiris. Like, I didn't realize other aliens came in my size.
Yep. This is Osiris. And yeah.
How did you meet them? Oh, they came to our world and got into a fight between our living god and aliens trying to mine our world for resources. That sounds like a whole story.
It was.
Was the living god Primus?
No.
Quintessa?
No.
Solaris?
No. You're not
Lord of
gonna
Change?
You're not gonna guess it. Not one of those gods. You know what? We're on a time crunch.
Well, we're on a time crunch this time around. And with his mandibles and like his Spider-Man.
He's not wrong.
Yeah, you can never have too many.
I never get tired of scientists laughing. They're always so joyful.
I like this guy.
They're fine enjoying the little things.
You were saying.
Yes, we're on a time crunch.
Oh, shit, yeah, he didn't meet you last time, did he?
No.
Oh, okay, well, he's going to keep interrupting you trying to get the time crunch. We haven't met before, sorry. I am Icon, defender of this world and citizen of the Atomic Coalition. And recently I've discovered I am Cybertronian, a lost star found who crashed into this world and raised by a kind couple.
I'm Rover, and we're on a time crunch.
Many years ago, your companions were very helpful to me and my people.
I have heard. That's great. I'm glad.
I'm happy to repay your debt in any way I can.
Yes. So,
I'm
as I
honored
said-
you've come to me for
Icon.
this.
Adults are talking.
Ouch.
So, in about 3 days' time, you, I assume, are planning on attacking a base of some sort.
Principality of Rao.
The Principality of Rao.
How have you come across this knowledge? It's the highest clearance.
Because what happens when you attack that base is it triggers a cataclysmic event that basically ends your planet.
And you've detected this with your sensors? Or
Sure.
Well, let's just be honest. I mean, Icon is not exactly is involved in some weird sciencey stuff.
Cutting again to the Icon comic books where him and a giant ape version of Tim Tum get into a fight with a lizard.
All this has happened before, and we hope it won't happen again.
No, actually, what ended up happening was the whole thing mission goes completely sideways, and there is a resulting nuclear detonation of super high tech that causes a thermonuclear exchange, and you know what happens after that.
Thermonuclear exchange, that would be mutually assured destruction between all the peoples of this world.
Yeah, it was a real sort of grim situation.
Well,
But
I wasn't able to prevent this?
Well, let's say that one side is more mad than the other. Look at tarantulas.
yeah. No, you tried real hard, but there was some extenuating circumstances you didn't know about. But the good news is we had.
past tense of this conversation is confusing for me.
Yeah, we're getting into that. The
Really? You're sharp enough to notice it, but not sharp enough to put it together?
I'm humble enough to not make the leap without someone broaching it to me.
But rude enough to interrupt.
It's fair.
The resulting explosion happened to attract the attention of two time travelers who were interested in knowing just what the heck went down here, and they were together with a scientist,
Here.
a friend, associate, and family member. I guess we
Yes.
were willing to
Tarantulas cackles.
build a portal
Time
to come
gate.
back to try and fix this mess.
So my world was destroyed. Your brother, Methosalis, came to this world with time travelers and built a time gate so you could all come back here and undo it?
Yes.
That's mighty altruistic.
Let's just say it's less altruism, more he's purely motivated by science, and I don't think he would.
I've been getting reports of a Cybertronian falling to this world not too long ago, a similar science-minded individual. I've been trying to broker some sort of peace, but I think they might be a Decepticon. They call themselves Tarantulas.
Interesting.
Yeah, I think that this guy's got a real line going on about
Yeah.
wanting to get rid of him. Not for altruistic reasons, mind you, but I think given what he's done, we should probably.
Based
let
on
him do
what
his
you've
thing.
told me of the Decepticons, and this Tarantulas in particular, from the files that you left behind, we must stop at nothing to put an end to their reign of madness.
Sure.
Tarantulas again cackles,
Oh yeah, yeah.
because he's right there, hearing this.
So
Part of your team.
our goal is, see, there's a third-party entity that wants to cause. Well, let me.
Phoenix Command.
Yes. Let me pass it off to my brother here, who he knows more about what happened.
Because he had access to archives on this world building the machine.
Yes. Yeah, sure.
He's trying to put it together, man.
Yeah, no.
It's not intuitive thought.
I'm not laughing at that.
You're laughing at the fact that now I get to roleplay both characters in this conversation.
That is what I was laughing at. Right? I was like, wow, Ian, you're really
Well,
gonna do that
I don't
to
know
Devin.
the whole thing in my... I'm
Pass
trying
it
to
over
fix
to
it
me
up.
like Devin. Talk to Devin.
All right, so mesothalus. The individual known as Tarantulas in 3 days' time will attempt to experiment with their space bridge technology and punch a hole through space-time. When that happens, Phoenix Command, the usurper organization within the Principality of Rao, will set off several sabotage devices of sabotage, which in turn will cause the device to malfunction and be perceived as a thermonuclear exchange, ending once and for all the Cold War standoff between Rao and the Atomic Coalition. Finally, the war will be over. That's a interesting perspective on how that war would go. Everyone being dead means the war is over. Hooray.
I mean, he's not wrong.
But in 3 days' time, I will arrive at the installation through covert means and disrupt this plan and terminate this Decepticon. Your conflict with the Decepticon, without us being there to terminate them first, will inevitably lead in you being thrown back in time and being terminated. You have to let us terminate Tarantulas and vivisect him while you
terminate
thwart
the
Phoenix
third.
Command.
Yeah. There we go.
We will take care of this diabolical creature of malice and hate for you.
Yeah.
Yep.
I got a feeling Tarantulas is going to get what's coming to him.
Yes, everyone will get exactly what they deserve. Icon? That is something scientists say a lot.
Well, in almost every move, we have the upper hand.
He'll never see it coming.
Perfect.
For context, Nicole, Tarantulas came on the time travel mission to undo this, specifically so he could kill and eat himself.
Why?
He's a Dark Energon addict, and the closest supply of Dark Energon is 3 days in the past, in his own bloodstream.
That's amazing.
He's a coke addict, and the last coke he had was the coke he had recently done.
He's playing Hypercube.
Yeah. And, Cybertronians are achronal, so it's not going to matter that he kills and eats himself. Won't matter in the slightest to time.
Fucking Ouroboros.
He's going to be a great... Oh, yeah, do you want to forge a bond with him, Ian?
Yeah, I can do that.
My spark twin.
Yeah, my spark twin.
My
I can do
brother.
that.
Brother. Alright, so I will leave it up to you guys to plan how you're going to deal with Phoenix Command and the 3-day nuclear holocaust.
Do we really want to leave it entirely up to Icon to deal with Phoenix Command?
I mean, Phoenix Command is just a bunch of guys with guns. They're Cobra Command.
I think we
I
can...
mean-
Like, he literally fights them every other month.
I mean, if needed be,
Like, they're Hydra. They're literally just Hydra.
we do have some friends here that might help.
This is like, this sounds like a job for the special...
The special group.
For the Justice League, which I think
extraordinary
you call them.
individuals.
Yeah.
no?
Yeah. Oh, yes. Extraordinary
Companions.
individuals.
It sounds like it's a job for our companions, basically. It's like...
Well, I had planned to go in solo, but I could call in Team Tomorrow.
Doesn't this end up going really, really bad or something? If Team Tomorrow shows up.
No, they're
I
still
don't
around.
think so.
In the original timeline, they weren't there.
Yeah.
They didn't show up in the original timeline. He went solo.
Okay. Yeah, I think that would probably push things in your...
Yeah. Team Tomorrow and Icon go in, take out the Fringe group. We go in, take out Tarantulas. Solve both problems with one time traveling
And no boom boom.
thing. Yeah.
And Tim Tum comes with us.
That seems a little bit unnecessary. Tim
And
Tum should
Tim Tum
stay back here in the
comes
base.
with us.
He is my ward. I can't put him in that kind of danger.
You're gonna contradict the time-traveling Cybertronian who's telling you that the safest thing for Tim Tum is for Tim Tum to come with us.
In that context, I should defer to you then. I didn't understand where you were coming from. I'm sorry for jumping back.
put him in his place.
You have to understand, I'm responsible for him. I have to make sure he's safe.
Of
It's
course.
just a reflex.
I'm not taking him along because I think he's going to be useful, if that makes you feel better.
He's not fighting you on, he's just apologizing.
Okay.
He's just apologizing. It's fine. I know you're not used to NPCs being polite.
And I'm like,
Ever.
I love that. I don't believe he's gonna be useful. Like, don't get the wrong idea.
Yeah, he's not gonna fucking. And then it's like, oh man, there's only a child-sized vent here, Rover.
Yeah.
You fucking yeet him in. Fucking throw him like one of those bouncy high sky balls into the fucking thing.
Tim, we know you're not a child.
What are you talking about, Gov? This is exactly what a child's
face off.
Oh, I piss off? Why was I programmed to feel pain?
To make Icon feel bad for you. When you turn into an ape or something.
Or something.
Whatever the writers come up with this week.
Alright, so the plan is to infiltrate the Principality of Rao and send your companions and Team Tomorrow to go deal, and Icon to go deal with Phoenix Command.
Or we're sending all of our companions?
That's what you said, the companions. That's the conversation, right?
Might as well.
I kind of like having my companions around.
Then have them around.
Yeah, I'm going to keep mine with me.
Fine.
I mean, I literally.
Because I think you could spend you could probably burn their stats on the side mission to, like, overcome obstacles.
Yeah, I kind of built around having companions.
Oh shit, you need those then.
Yeah.
Ah.
I can send Osiris on.
We need at
the
least
away
one
mission.
special guest star for.
Yeah.
Honest to Christ, I was going to have Q show up. I still might, actually. I'm not too sure. Not in this episode, in the future episode. And he would just look like one of you guys because he does that. Why not?
Why not?
Let's examine
Who
your...
could possibly stop me?
Someone that can command lore.
Who could possibly stop me? I'm drunk with power writing fan fiction.
Oh, you're that guy from the really powerful one. What's his name? Trelane.
Oh, you piece of shit.
What?
I know that reference, you fucking piece of... It's a whole thing, Peter.
I mean, we're not doing anything
Regic?
to this day, I guess.
Yeah, do we want to continue?
I think
this is a
that's
good time to
probably a
wrap.
good time to wrap, actually, because
Okay,
then
so-
next session we start. With...
I don't know if I want to... Okay, well, let me pause. Let me pause while we talk. So, gang, let's recap what your objective is right now as you get ready to invade the Rao base.
We'll go deal with Phoenix Command and Tarantulas?
What?
No, we're going to deal with Tarantulas. There are NPCs that deal with Phoenix Command.
And Icon.
And Icon.
We deal with Icon?
Yes.
Icon is going to deal with Phoenix Command, and you are saying your NPCs. He's not your PC yet. He's not your NPC yet.
I mean, we did spend a scene with him.
Yeah, you can forge bonds. He's just not a thing yet.
No.
What do you call it?
Companion.
Yeah, that's the one.
Nobody's claimed him yet.
But if someone was going to claim him, who'd call dibs on Icon?
I don't care.
I don't know. I think my character is like
Nothing.
the least like cynical of the rest of the characters here. Ironically.
But see, you like Tim Tams. And Tim Tams is not, Icon.
That's
so.
true.
You can have Temtem, I'll take Icon.
You have your own plucky sidekick.
Alright, so I don't remember if I said in the pause, because the pause actually was a week in between. If I said if you'd already gotten there, if you were taking like a secret to get there, I don't remember. But you're in tunnels under the province of Rao, on your way to the experiment. And basically you're prepping what people are going to do, you're talking about strategy, who's going to divide into what, getting Icon kind of on the same level. So, when we infiltrate the base, myself and your traveling companions will come with me to stop Phoenix Command from setting off their explosives or their sabotage. And you're going to track down this scientist.
Yes.
Sounds about right.
You're just looking at me, I didn't know if you were going to say something.
Nope.
I didn't want to cut
And
you off.
we should probably shut down the experiment and not make sure he doesn't just leave it for the Rao to play around with.
That's Good
we'll
point.
be doing some shutting down.
I'm gonna. I hope we can rely on you and your brother to take that thing down without causing any explosions and whatnot.
That's the goal.
He's crawling on the ceiling.
I think you'll find out Mesoltalis is an expert in this technology.
He's just laughing. Every once in a while, you feel a drip as some of the fluid, the mech fluid from his jowls, kind of just drips down like a xenomorph.
Well, I like the cut of his jib.
I'd like to cut his jib too.
Rogue is just kind of like nodding along, like, yeah.
He is so chipper. Chipper and chitter.
All right.
What a merry fellow.
Death to Autobots! Megatron lives!
I mean, he
Screaming
does.
while firing.
I mean, he does live, presumably, so he's not wrong.
Presumably.
I mean, we haven't seen it in like years.
You haven't seen Megatron in a super fucking long time if this takes place after Season 1. Season 1 took place a super fucking long time after the arc left.
Like,
You know, it's funny that Megatron is not even on like the top 5 or 6 groups of like Decepticons who you wouldn't want to like encounter. Like he's not even on the top. Doesn't even make the top 6. To me.
Megatron is a straightforward problem.
Yeah.
Alright? He will find you, and if you're in his way, he'll kill you. And then you get people like Overlord.
Shots.
Or Shockwave.
Rampage.
Or Rampage.
Inferno.
Nah, first just
Kill
a
you
goon.
fire.
He's just a goon. There's nothing like super scary about Inferno. Rampage, though. Oh my god.
Nitro Zeus.
All those people can start showing up now. It's in the future. Or we're in the present now. Anyway, so you continue down the corridor, and eventually you're going to find the point where your teams are going to have to split off and head to different parts of this facility.
Till
Okay.
all are one.
Don't we know? Wouldn't Iraq? Why am I blanking?
Mesotalis.
Mesotalis know the layout of this facility?
Does.
So wouldn't he know where he is?
Yeah, he's going to lead you there.
Why do we have to split up then?
Because we're going to different places.
Oh, okay. I
You
thought
have two
that,
different mission objectives.
Oh,
Yeah, that's
okay.
fine.
Sorry, the NPCs are go. I
Yes.
thought they had already split from us.
No,
my
no,
bad. That's on me.
Well,
My bad.
good luck, Icon.
Till all are one.
He fixed that thing you're saying.
I don't remember how I said it before. I just don't.
Eh.
Fucking Peter has been listening to Congenials, that Exalted online game I ran 4 or 5 years ago.
Yeah.
And he's like, Devin, there was this tomb that a Lunar and a Solar were buried in that had like a thing in it, and there was a shogun in it, and there was a map full of pins and stuff. What did you do?
make the wallpaper blue?
What did you do? What was in that tomb?
No, it was
And
like
I was like, I have no fucking idea what you're talking about.
No, see,
I don't remember that at all.
they discover some like tomb and they're like, let's not open this box. It's obviously rigged with traps, and just leave.
Yeah, they didn't explore it at all. So whatever it could have been has been lost to time because my brain forgot it.
You think? Okay,
Ah.
Devin doesn't take notes. You know this.
I mean, I presume he has some notes.
You'd be wrong. Because it just says.
You
Just
started
here-
taking notes.
Sexy goblin?
Yeah,
Question
sex-
mark?
I mean, Devin, that was, essentially without me, and so on and so on.
Yeah, so I
whatever.
totally fucking spaced. I have no clue could possibly be in there,
Well, it was over 10,000.
right? I did see the Reddit thread where you posted your review of what was it?
Swallows.
Swallows? I liked it. That was a great review. You got some great feedback. Except there was that one piece of shit, distant persona, the saddest fucking guy in the world who cannot get over that we told to fuck off a couple years ago. He's still following you on Reddit, being like, "This podcast is you got to be, it's an acquired taste. They don't take criticism." Fucking following you across subreddits because he got booted off the one that he was posting in.
Is this the same people responsible for the ones who went absolutely bug fucking insane when you put up that article about Exalted?
No, different assholes.
Or no, it was God. It was Godbound. Yeah.
Yeah, you put a Markable Godbound on like the positives and the failings, and immediately these dumb, stupid, brainless morons who can't fucking do critical thinking, we're all like, your GMs must have just been bad. I've never encountered this problem in my life. And it's like, that's good for you, buddy. Good for you.
Just toss a bunch of angels at the character. That's how you solve the problem.
Maybe if your games weren't entirely combat. That's what our games are known for. Anyway, let's get back to this entire combat. Sorry. What an asshole.
I roll for initiative.
Right? Fucker.
That's not this game.
So, yeah, how are you going to infiltrate the Rao base to get to where Tarantulas is?
Are we gonna infiltrate it? I thought we were just gonna push
Yeah.
our way in.
Start a firefight?
I mean, that would
Yeah.
start an incident, an international incident that we want to avoid.
You're trying to stop a nuclear war.
Remember?
Wouldn't-
Nuclear war?
These
I
are
mean-
squishy people.
Tarantulas has clearance, right? So he could just take us in there theoretically.
They never had a chance to. Yeah, they would have never have ever
Yeah.
had a chance to change it.
Because
Yeah.
he's still working here right now.
Yeah, so
and,
they
and there was
just-
no way to change it in a couple days.
So he just takes us in there, and anyone who asks questions, he's like, "They're with me," and anyone who asks more questions dies.
All right. Let's see how this.
That's how
plays
we're
out.
rolling. Okay.
or gets misplaced.
So you just start talking to them with Cybertronians so that they don't understand, and then we're tourists.
We just put people in closets or in hallways
Just
somewhere.
add it to your collection,
Yeah,
Rover.
yeah.
Just kidnap them.
Yeah, we just start kidnapping people.
Where's your kidnap sack?
Yeah,
That's a
yeah,
staple in our games.
Yeah,
That
kidnap
fucking Krampus sack.
chloroform.
Yeah.
I think
Chloroform
you're
in a
still
bag.
sour about that.
Oh, I'm so
We'll need to
sour.
pause that episode at some point, Devin.
How are you sour? It was just a gentle mix-up that for a game we never finished.
I mean, we can still finish it.
I mean, I don't wanna. I got to play White Dragon Girl. I'm done. I've conceptually completed that game. It's finished. We flew around, fire breathing everyone because Dungeon World's awful, and it was great.
You're flying and AoE.
And I got to play Krampus.
You were a skeleton.
Yeah.
Donald was there.
I'm a skeleton. I'm immune to everything because someone just made up this class.
Fine, take my bone. I'll regrow it. Oh no. I've been bones upon bones.
It was perfect.
Yeah.
We had fun.
Yeah. All right, so you guys are just gonna pop up onto the surface to head to the corridors and the various tarantula-sized areas to get to his base.
Yeah,
I got a feeling like my character is being stealthy, but it doesn't really matter with these.
Here's a 50-foot spider.
Yeah, I'm old and slow and stomping.
All right, so Tarantulas transforms into his robot mode, his humanoid form. All right, let's do it. And then you start walking, and then there's like little alarms going off, and like people approach, and like a military commander shows up on a hover platform, and they're all like, "Scientist, what are you doing with these aliens here?" Oh. And he looks at you guys, and with a few of his eyes winks. They're with me. We're kin.
Nod.
yep. Nodding smile.
He's not a liar.
I'll say yeah. Oh yeah, the Atomic Coalition. Those guys, they're not very nice. I hate them. Grr.
Aren't these the same aliens that were hanging out with the Atomic Coalition? This is a major... No.
No,
These are drones I constructed.
Are you saying we all look alike to you?
That's super.
These are complicated synthoids. He raps on your head. There's nothing inside.
Liar.
These are just my bot servants. We can use them to make propaganda and throw off the Atomic Coalition's... I don't care about this conversation anymore. Leave me. Leave me before I turn on you all and eat you.
Perhaps you should listen to me because I'm a giant tarantula. He makes a valid point.
We'll have to talk about this at the evaluation.
Oh, I'll get what I deserve.
You haven't heard the last of this. You haven't heard the last of me. That's... Turns to you, Rover. It's like, I don't do that anymore.
Well, that's good.
I don't do that anymore. continue on. Yeah, it's pretty much no problem. Because you have clearance, I didn't think of that.
Perfect rules.
I didn't think of that. Yeah, I can't think of everything. It's a time travel story. Alright, this is my lab.
Impressive.
If it has webs,
It's
a
the
lair.
door to it.
Oh yeah, you should probably get your camera on. I mean, how many times the look on your face?
It's got a point.
Right? So yeah, he'll just like pull a crank that like opens the door. It's all automatics. Well, gestures to you.
Yep, I'll sneak in.
Yeah, we're gonna.
You better move for this.
Yeah,
You're a
what's
public
your plan here?
I'm going to vanish and do stuff.
Ooh.
Smoke
bomb!
Smoke bomb. Right in his face. Fuck!
So I'm doing sneaky stuff. I'm going to use the little folk.
Alright.
And I am going to head in, sneaking up ahead, and I'm going to ready to like jump in and
Okay.
Surprise, grapple
gain
move.
advantage. So I get a 9.
What does that mean?
It means that as soon as I do it, everyone will know that I did it, and I'll draw attention.
Okay.
But you get to do it.
But I get to do it. No one notices right away.
So as soon as you reveal yourself, right?
Yeah,
Or-
basically,
Okay, so
yeah.
for now you're stealthy. Okay.
Alright, what are you guys gonna do to go in there and deal with tarantulas?
How big is this area?
This lab, it can
Yeah.
fit probably 10 of you people into it.
Do I have enough room to go into my alt form?
How huge is your elf form?
What's it?
Is it the same scale as
Ambulance.
Is it
Yeah.
your ambulance out form or your beast out form?
No,
So
I'm
you have
gonna go
two.
to the ambulance one.
Okay.
you? Yeah, you
I'm
can do
gonna go-
ambulance.
I'm gonna go into the ambulance
'Cause the
alt
ambulance is
form.
smaller than a robot.
I'm gonna have the no-sees get inside and hang out the window, and I'm gonna have Waspinator hanging off the back, and I'm gonna get ready to just like drive in.
Waspinator's here. I thought he went with the other guys.
No. I keep all my guys.
Oh, right,
Yeah.
you need them desperately.
Yes.
Desperately.
That's your build.
Alright, so he's about getting ready to drive in. Who's up?
I guess I'll transform into a spider and walk out on the ceiling. Because that's what you won't expect. Another spider.
I'm going to position myself by one of the doors, get a gun ready, and just be able to shoot in.
I mean, if you walked in, you'd probably surprise him.
That's true too. I didn't think
Surprise, brother! Now we're triplets.
that could be fun. Yeah, I might just walk in.
Ian gets to socialize.
If they're all like ready to pounce, yeah, I see them all getting ready to pounce, and I'm like, okay, I'll hold I'll hold his attention.
I have the parking brake on, and I'm like gunning the motor, spinning my wheels.
Just
Just tell them, no, she's like, stick a leg up and lift it.
Oh, man.
Music.
Okay, you walk into the dark lab. There are Cybertronian scaled screens and surfaces everywhere that have like data running across them, and like there's a Decepticon symbol like on them as like their screensaver. You can see data's being crunched, but in the middle, like rotating slowly.
Oh.
Yeah, it's a lab. There's equipment everywhere. There's webbing hanging from everything, where like lights have been strung up in the webbing to give like swaying spotlights. It's very dark and very ambushy in here. And yeah, with your back to you, Tarantulas is at a console, tapping away with as many arms as he has 8 of. He has like 2 arms and then arms underneath, and then he has like spider legs that fire machine guns.
It's like, do you remember the universal greeting? Over.
No, he's my brother. The universal greeting is, hey, bro.
Spark?
Yeah. I'll start walking up
Or just twin?
and just be like, hey.
He turns around. Voyager?
How you doing?
It can't be.
Just kind of gesture.
Yes, he like taps his chest plate. I can feel it. What are you doing so far from our galaxy?
What are you doing so far from our galaxy?
I was involved in an accident and flung here.
Neat. Well, we...
Not here, just this space.
Fair. We've just been traveling, hanging out,
It's fortuitous you've come across me, brother. Twins. Fuck me.
Spark.
Even I said not to do brother, but did it.
Bro.
Voyager. For I have unlocked the secrets of space bridge technology.
Really?
I have eclipsed Shockwave.
I'm very intrigued to see this data, actually. Do you
Come,
mind if
come.
I look over it?
Come. I've built from scratch a space bridge generator on this primitive world with their technology. Without having to use scrapped or derelict ones on Cybertron.
Interesting.
None of the ancient tech is involved in this. It's all from the ground up. Refined, built, hand-spooled some of the wiring in cases.
Wow. I'm gonna start, like, downloading all his data and stuff.
Yeah, he doesn't care.
That's fair. Yeah.
When this bridge activates, it'll punch a hole in space and time. We can go anywhere. But it'll mostly be Cybertron.
That's fair. Wouldn't you have to have the coordinates for Cybertron?
I have the coordinates for Cybertron.
Oh. Well, that's good to know.
There was a message that went out of... Oh no, this is way too far in the past for that. Because he was on that barren wasteland for a while.
Yeah.
I have the coordinates for Cybertron. Yeah. I know how to get home.
There you go. Well, that's good. Nice.
Today is the unveiling ceremony.
Bet you these people here are going to be eager to see what you made.
I've actually grown quite bored of them. Now that I've built the space bridge generator, I really don't care either way.
Interesting. Just kind of...
Figure I'll bridge back to Cybertron or maybe one of the colony worlds and go from there.
Sounds like fun. Just he's like slightly looking around. Just
Whenever he like laughs and chuckles, you can hear like an echo somewhere in the room.
yeah. Just Rover's just kind of looking
Just
around.
like a calm, like goes to you like a green light.
Just like a little nod.
Okay, so suddenly from like directly above him, the tow truck just drops from the ceiling directly on him, just right on his head. I am going. Do I have advantage for attacking with surprise?
I guess.
All right.
Did
Well,
someone keeping them busy?
I'm going to.
Yeah, roll to keep him busy.
I mean,
Well, if I have advantage when I. Oh, you're doing this.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
you roll to
can
keep him
roll.
busy because he's keeping him busy.
do I get?
Courage.
Nobody's helping me, so I guess.
Wait,
You didn't ask your Jedi Master for
yeah.
instructions.
you didn't ask
That
him
is
for
the
advice on how
focus.
to betray your brother.
Oh, my bad. Thank you.
It matters.
That'll be a 7.
Which is
Temporarily. And it will retaliate against you when the time is up.
So, enough time for a tow truck to drop on his head.
okay. So yeah, what are you doing? What's your play here?
So my play is rather than actually finish him off, because that is kind of a bad idea, I'm going to. Who's the tough guy now? Tough guy. And that's when I could finish him. Instead, I get to keep him busy as though I rolled a 10+.
Okay.
Um,
So you jump on his back, and what are you doing?
I basically then, after like the initial thing roll off, just goes into full clamp mode and just like gets around his head, and then flips him completely so that he's using the other move he's got. Hang on, where is it on here? Hold them back. When you keep them busy by grabbing them, pinning them, catching them, or holding them close, you grab them. They cannot move and cannot harm you. You can end the grab at any time to do the following things. Throw them to the ground, you can lay prone when you want them. Slam into something, dealing hard damage, so you get the idea.
Okay.
And I am going to basically throw them away from the space bridge, because I feel like him.
He's not in front of the space bridge. He's in his lap.
Okay, I'm sure there's something that's like dangerous, but not like.
I mean, all of you guys are dangerous.
The giant arcing, lasers.
Sure.
Okay, I'm gonna actually give him a shock here. I'm gonna throw him into something at like right below
The other tarantula?
Mesotalus.
Oh no, his name's Tarantulas. He's just given a fake name for Icon, because Icon knows him by Tarantulas.
That's his
Robot
name
Mode.
now.
So unfortunately, I'm not keeping him busy by myself. So he gets basically smashed up. So he takes the damage. We still have advantage.
Okay.
And then I get to steal his stuff.
Okay.
Sting like a bee.
Space
What do you
Bridge
want?
remote.
I'm sure that as all evil villains, he has a remote that controls some kind of defenses in here or something. I'm going to nick that.
Alright, you take away his lab defense systems.
Alright?
Which weren't turrets, but instead pods brimming full of cyber spiders.
Figures. I was going to make that joke.
Like, they would have opened and they would have started filling the room with spiders. He has a lot of them.
And so it's kind of a running theme with this guy. I mean, not that's not a running theme with other people around, too.
Man, transform into my angel form.
Alright, he's on his back going, why? What's happening?
Okay, so when I hear the tow truck come smashing down, I'm going to take that as my signal to enter, and I'm going to come screeching in through the door and immediately apply the brakes and start spinning around him in a donut as the Gnosis lean out my windows, firing at him constantly.
My god.
The nonsense, lean out of the windows, take a teapot, and I'll serve the donuts.
I just imagine him leaning out like the Joker in Dark Knight.
Yeah. Like that.
So they're shooting him, machine gun style.
Yes.
What is this?
This is a finish then.
Alright.
Using what's that?
Blood.
Ooh, killer.
Murder. Your brother's gonna get murdered.
I mean,
thought
I
you cared
have two
down
now. I have two.
There's a spare.
I thought you cared, Ian.
I do.
Well, we'll get to test the hypothesis whether you can feel it instantly or it takes some time.
And I have mounted combat, so when an ally rides me into danger, we both roll with hope on every move we make.
Fucking lord. Oh, you're burning the Gnosis for advantage, right.
Yeah.
Well, I have advantage because of him.
Oh, shit.
You feel... Oh,
Alright, you're not doing dick then.
That is going to be a 9.
Go fuck yourself.
no. What are your stats?
I don't remember what his stats were. He's easy to hide, like he's an enigma. He was
Those are the overlord
a mad
stats.
scientist. There's fucking stats.
I know what you know.
Enigma, mad scientist, space bridge is probably the other stat he has now instead of Decepticon warship. Did he ever have invulnerable? Or did I not play that?
I think he had like sort of protection fields.
No, I
but
think
there's
I had
nothing-
invulnerable.
Yeah, that makes sense. I didn't like playing with invulnerable just because every overlord I saw had it. Like, it's not slamming you. It's just I wanted to see what I could do with it. And a fourth stat. I don't know. Invulnerable.
Alright, well, 2 of those stats are gone.
All right, which ones?
You pick, because we don't have
Oh
your
shit. I'm gonna say he lost his connection to his space bridge, and I'm gonna say that he isn't inscrutable anymore. Because you guys know all about him, because he's up there in the ceiling, ready to pounce. Oh, you know what? His invincible stat is probably like Blood of Unicron or something. There it is. There it is. We're there.
Done.
Alright, he's on his back, screaming because you're shooting him to death.
Oh, and I've got the alarm going.
Bracka, gunfire, and gladiator combat.
The poor guy will get some seizures from all the ice he has.
Hey! Yo, I yelled at the guy on the ground. Look, I played this game before. You're supposed to go away from the guys with the sirens.
Who's next?
Well, I guess I'll look closely to see whether he has any tricks up his sleeves and create some advantage, maybe. I rolled a 12 plus. Woo! Is there something hidden out of place? What looks suspicious?
He definitely has escape hatches around here. He could probably manually activate one of his defense systems in this room, even without the remote, if he gets a chance to. What else do you want to know?
Well, what is Tarantulas doing? What will they do next?
He's on the floor writhing because he's being shot by machine guns, and he's probably going to try to escape or take a hostage.
Ah. What else are we gonna ask, guys?
Yeah, that's 3 right there, right?
Because some of them are compound.
Do you have any secret weaknesses?
Compound words. I mean, yeah, that question does have an answer.
What was the question?
Single weaknesses.
Oh.
Yeah. What's his weakness?
He is weak to energy from Vector Sigma or Primus.
My energy.
Oh boy.
Sort of.
Because he's been rebuilt with Unicron/Reaper tech.
Yeah.
Reapers.
Okay.
Okay, well there's advantage out there. Who's next?
Sure. Rover just kind of walks up and he goes,
Wants to finish them.
Voyager, why?
Finish them with kindness.
It was us against the world.
I know, brother.
But brother, you've betrayed yourself.
Yeah. Brother, it is us against the world. And it always will be us against the world. As I pull out my sword, and just, like, stab through him.
I was gonna say, you should have the thing where you, like, hold up the sword, and then he, like, sees in the reflection above him, tarantulas.
Yeah, sure. As I hold it up.
It was us.
It is always us. That will be a 11. So.
Alright, so yeah,
What are you finishing them with?
Blood.
So you pin him to the ground with your sword. Tarantulas drops from the ceiling and like starts drinking his blood.
Yep.
And yeah, there's like power veins going across him, like those Tron lines you all have. His just fill right up and get like brighter. Well,
So it's that easy to kill him.
I can't believe I went down like such a patsy. I can't believe those Autobots had such trouble fighting me on Cybertron. What a bunch of losers.
Yeah, there must have not really been the A team there.
Not even the C team. One of them was a recolor of Pterosaur.
Oh, yeah.
Dive uses the same mold as Pterosaur.
Oh, is that why?
Peter and
That's
Tyler.
why you immediately shot at me when I was running that IFF. Oh, I get it.
Oh, absolutely. I can't fight. Scientist. Wait a minute. I'm a scientist. He like puts his hand where the other tarantulas is and kind of just like extends his claws for a moment, and the other tarantula starts getting up with like empty purple sockets. I forgot I could do that.
What?
It's a Terracon. I forgot I could do this because I haven't been around a lot of dead Cybertronians in a while. Cybertron's full of them. You can't throw scrap metal without getting a dead Cybertron. But because the blood of Unicron flows through my spark chamber, the dead follow my commands. Not, he points to the planet, not these dead.
Yeah.
They just die.
That's fair.
While he's delivering his like monologue and resurrecting himself, I'm gonna stop spinning out, turn off the alarm. The no-sees are gonna exit the vehicle. I'm gonna transform back into my regular thing, and then we're gonna start taking the place apart.
Like this whole place?
Yeah.
Yeah, he doesn't care. Oh, okay. Don't touch the egg sacs. It's hilarious for me. But
I don't think
egg
we'll-
sacs.
Good to note.
Okay, well,
Here's the remote.
we stopped this part of the plan. Now,
I wonder how Icon's doing.
No.
I mean, we can use this here observation device.
Yeah, no, you can hear firefights have started like in the space. Like alarms are going off and stuff. You can hear troopers are going to be coming down here and like trucks.
Well, let's disassemble this to the point where they can't reassemble it in any way, shape, or form.
Oh, we could invert the defenses.
I mean, again,
I mean, I'm
this is
sure you've got something for that. Saying to.
We'll just poke the egg sacs. Let the spiders take care of it.
Okay. So let's demolish this, poke the egg sacs, and go meet up with Icon.
I mean, this is just a blab. The bridge itself is up there, probably.
Yes, where Icon is.
Yeah.
Ah, yes.
So, demolishing this place won't accomplish much.
Whoa.
Kind of stop in mid-swing. Put my girder back down.
It's always nice to demolish a place you're not using, but anyways.
You're not the wrecker.
No, but leave no trace.
Travis goes back into his vehicle mode.
Okay.
Giant murder spider.
It's fair.
The other tarantulas just kind of stands there limping, making a growling sound as like purple ooze comes out of his mouth hole and his bullet holes.
This would be hilarious when Icon gets here and starts beating his ass, I guess.
That's exactly what I thought.
Good call. Yeah.
Oh
Gives
yeah,
him
we
a
should
villain.
totally give the Icon the
the win
on.
Oh
this
yeah,
one.
yeah.
You could build him up.
Okay, onward and
Oh, wait! Now I have to reveal things to you that I didn't reveal previously because of time travel.
You've done this before.
Yes.
What? No, never. Why would I go back in time or do field work? What do I look like? A servant class? No. You can't let Icon be seen alive after the base exploded.
Because out of the timeline?
No. The time traveler told me that this nation and Icon's nation only made peace historically because their great hero died a martyr.
Well, that's not a big deal. We can take him with us.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
The solution is
yeah.
obvious to a
We
mind.
could do that too.
I mean, not yet, because we're not here yet. Unless we can, I don't know, turn this, space bridge into time bridge again.
We just go down. They don't go down.
Okay.
Yeah, I was gonna say, did any of us ever think through how we're getting back to our timeline?
we're just waiting
that
out.
long.
Oh, hey,
problem-
that's a good idea.
the problem
Yeah,
is
Go
just
down.
yeah, there you
There's
go.
But it's full of cracks.
Okay.
the only problem is, fixing the problem with that there'll be two of us now.
That's for future us to deal with.
I mean, I don't have that problem.
Look,
See, my brother's right on this.
there's plenty of room over at Masswell City or any of the other places around the disaffected flotilla.
Yeah. Well, okay. Let's go get Icon, have him die a horrible martyr death, and secretly stuff him in a hole somewhere with us.
And then we'll just get on the ship and leave.
Yeah. Good plan. Okay.
Use the
Upwards.
space bridge.
Say like punching a hole through the roof.
Just jumping through floors of the building because it's all made of steel.
Yeah.
I don't really jump. I'm gonna go find some stairs.
Fly. Yes?
Did you analyze that statement for truth? Was that like a true thing, or was it just tarantulas?
I don't have truth-seeking something.
I have trutho-vision.
I'm just punishing liars.
Oh, for some reason I thought it was impossible to lie to you.
I don't detect,
That's literally on my character sheet.
I don't detect truth. I punish liars. All right. So let's pause real quick. All right. So how do you guys get to the top floor where the giant black hole generator is?
I'm gonna go find an elevator.
Makes sense.
Tarantula-sized elevator.
Yeah, I'm just gonna keep punching holes through the ceiling.
Yeah, Trash is just gonna fall.
That's fair.
Jackamup doesn't weigh nearly as much as these guys. He's gonna remove his tow winch, and he's gonna fight curl it up like a grappling hook and start climbing.
All right.
And I fly.
Very good. The Terror Con will follow you to the elevator and get in the elevator
Okay.
because it remembers.
That's the undead.
Yeah, the undead one. It remembers how to get to the place.
Okay. It doesn't make it out of the elevator.
What? No, you have to have Icon kill it.
Oh, right. That's the plan. I keep forgetting.
You're senile.
As you're beating it, you're like, oh, wait a minute.
Well, I guess-
Like some duct tape, put a no-seas head all over top of it.
Just tear it open and have a no-see go inside.
Well, I guess I'm doing this now. Just putting your hands in there.
So we've lost no-see before, right? Like, I described it in passing where one of them will get gunned down or one will get sacrificed or like a thing will fall on them. And then whenever I reset it back and you're looking at them, there's always 3 of them. The implication is they're rebuilding the dead ones.
Okay.
Like, they can rebuild the dead ones. Never more than 3, never less than 3.
That's acceptable.
So it's like, oh shit, so you rip up a nose and stuff it. It's like, okay, wander around like you're a mutilated zombie. And he's like, oh.
Okay. Well, I keep a very close eye on the monstrosity.
It's ghoulish.
Oh man, if you were Flutter, this would be hilarious. Now he's a zombie. Tarantulas had zombies.
Yes.
The Flutter's not a zombie.
No, but Tarantulas
now
is a zombie
Tarantulas
now.
is a zombie. Tarantulas got turned into, after raising the dead as zombies for so much. Now he's his own zombie. It's karmic.
Yeah.
Except for the fact that he's also doing it, so...
Yeah, but he's been thoroughly deposed and gelded at this point. Like, come on, he's not that much of a threat.
Well, easy. You just have to kill him, drink his blood, become one of the unicorns, and raise him.
So I should point out that if you intake the blood of Unicron and die, you don't go to the source and the matrix of leadership. You don't do that.
That's fine. That means that you'll be able to fight Unicron in their afterlife. Punch him, punch, punch.
You go to Unicron, and it's not awesome.
Exactly, we get to punch him. You know, like, the Doomslayer going to hell. He wants that.
Anyway, yeah, so you guys will get there first as the lift is going in a straight line, but it's slower. So, on scene, there are military-grade mechanized suits of armor, scaled not quite to you guys, but quite to Icon. Because, Icon's smaller. He's bigger than you now, Hobbit. And yeah, they're all with like Phoenix coloration and heraldry on it, and they're like fist fighting other mech soldiers in here that are also RAW coded.
Okay.
There's like RAW militaries fighting back. Yeah, there's Icon and your NPCs, and there are mechs and people in special costumes and armor that they're fighting. One of them has like a phoenix head, and it's currently giving off fire, and Icon's like, "This is the end for you, Commander," and he's like beating him up in his mech suit. And they're all fighting around the...
One of them's got a cyber an axe. The other one's got a flail.
I was gonna go for G.I. Joe. Like one of them's clearly a ninja in a mech suit. Snake Eyes, I think, is the villain one. I didn't watch G.I. Joe.
One has a white suit and has, a case or something.
Yeah, like there's the white suit. He's a ninja or some shit. I don't know.
Storm Shadow and Snake Eyes.
Yeah, are they both Cobra?
No.
Because they're both murderers,
No.
right?
Snake. They are absolutely murderers. I could go into the long,
There we
ridiculously convoluted backstory behind Snake Eyes.
So like, yeah, I missed G.I. Joe completely. Like it just missed me.
I mean, it was another amusing one too because it was like the TV show was way worse than any of the other
The
media
movie
for it.
theme where they're all like Cobra.
And they totally gelded it because they got the fan reaction from Transformers.
They're like, oh shit, we probably shouldn't murder everyone.
They literally had a scene where one of the main characters takes a spear through the heart. Like, it's no question. It goes right through him at the heart, and he's like, he's in a coma. I'm better now at the end. And they just entered that in with like 5 minutes of animation time. It was...
I want to believe he's on the same deathbed Optimus is on. like when he goes like all when his like metal goes black and he becomes a corpse.
Yep.
He goes from being an alive child's toy to a dead child's toy.
And it's like, I'm better now. And meanwhile, the Matrix of Leadership, Optimus Prime looks back and sees that and he's like, that's fucking bullshit.
Optimus is like, no, I'm fine dying. I'm good. I'm gonna come back. My favorite line about that was Peter Cullen being like, oh yeah, so they're killing us all off for the movie, everyone's losing their job, some people are coming back, and they don't have an extra role for me. Ironhide and Optimus are dying in the movie, and I'm just thinking, there goes that truck payment. It's like, that's just great. I'm not going to have a truck payment for a while. Because he bought a new truck.
Oh, but because he is a truck, they're
No.
probably paying for the truck.
No, he had bought a new vehicle for season 3
weird.
for the movie, because they're going to do more seasons, and it was a feature film, and he's like, there it is. There it is. I'm the most popular one.
So remember, we need to punch the phoenixes and not the Rows or the other ones.
Right. Get the humans.
Only the bad humans.
They're not humans. None of these people are human.
No?
Yeah, they're organics.
Yeah, organics and
organics.
humans are very different.
You've never encountered a human, except, actually, you technically have, with tech support, Time Traveler.
Oh yeah.
But, yeah, they're actually in
Um,
the galaxy.
Okay. I'm gonna go ape form.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have Wasp Vader get up on my back, and I'm gonna start throwing the no-sees.
Pain. The Terracon comes out, screaming, shooting. Just shooting. Like, woo, 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 Guns coming out of its like arms.
That meme is used for everything, isn't it?
It's a perfect meme, man. Like
It's
we
so
love
good.
it. We're using that for Exalted.
Yup.
So yeah, he's just shooting wildly and like roaring. All right, this is the scenario you guys are in. Icon is fighting Phoenix Commander. You have a Terracon loose. There are Phoenix Command soldiers and Rao soldiers, and it's a whole clusterfuck.
Rover just starts walking towards the space bridge,
Okay.
and he's just gonna slowly start disassembling it.
All right, you're gonna
Like
have Phoenix
in
Command soldier.
the, in the middle of battle, he's just
You're gonna have Phoenix Command Mex Trooper on you. Who else?
I'm gonna leap into the air and come down by what's his nuts?
Icon?
Phoenix Commander? Icon? Yeah. And I'm gonna just grab Phoenix Commander and try and hold him still for Icon to beat up.
Unhand me, you tin titan! I, Phoenix Commander, cannot die!
You don't have a soul, buddy. We do.
From the ashes we rise!
From Castlevania. The real people are talking. Seriously, watch the latest season
We've
of
been
Castlevania.
trying to.
Really good.
We're fucking doing this instead of watching it. Alright, so you're gonna mix it up with Phoenix Commander.
Yep.
Peter and Mark. And by that I mean fucking Viator and Jakima.
Okay, need some advice. What are we doing? I guess I can look close to give you some advantage and
Sure.
you can beat them up. Yeah, that's 7, 8, 9.
Who are you beating up?
I guess the mooks.
Sure.
And
So,
ask 3 questions. We'll find one of them out the hard way. What's going on here? What do my senses tell me? Is there something in the other place? If so, what looks suspicious? And tell me about, I guess, the Phoenix Commander. What are they doing? What will they do next?
Alright, so you wanna know the Phoenix Commander?
Sure.
Phoenix Commander is trying to kill his nemesis Icon, the alien from another world. If push comes to shove, he'll try to set off a bomb Icon didn't get and sabotage the space bridge.
Neat.
Okay. Were there other questions you wanted?
Well, yeah. Like, is this something in the other place? If so, what looks suspicious? What's going on here? What do my senses tell me?
Your senses are telling you that Phoenix Command is actually holding their own pretty well here. Like they're pushing back on the Rao soldiers, and Icon and your troopers are going to eventually get overwhelmed unless you guys do some decisive actions.
right. Alright, I'll take that one, and by that one I mean all of them. So a tow truck is basically just going to drive towards the Phoenix Command. Like, is there an army of them or whatever?
They're just there.
He's going to take on the army.
They're in mech suits.
He's just as I'm going to use an ability because he's acting on his own, not directly supported by anyone. And I'm going to kick in a move I haven't used yet. Alone against the world. When you fight by myself, I can try and keep them busy no matter who they are, how many there are, how poor your positioning is, even if they are a group, gang, or army.
Nice.
Perfect. All right.
Well done.
So I'm going to flick it while you're getting that ready. I'm going to flick it back to Ian and just resolve the kind of setups we did.
Yep.
Because the only one that instantly resolves is Peter's because he wanted to look closely.
Yep.
All right. So you're trying to disassemble the space bridge, and you're going to get Mex troopers on you. They're coming to fight you.
Okay,
They're going to start like punching you, and like you're going to dodge. And they're going to hit the thing, but it's not going to do a lot of damage.
it's fair. Just like barely moving out of my way to dodge them. I'm more focusing on disassembling the space bridge.
Okay.
And every now and then I kind of turn to the mech troopers and be like, shh, 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 not right now, and go back to just working on it.
All right. Well, then you're going to take a damage from that cut.
Yeah, oh yeah, I'm gonna take a damage. I'm just like completely mocking. I'm fully belittling them at this point. It's just,
No one shows such disrespect to Baron Crusher.
Shh. Adults
Yeah,
are working.
Because Destro is such a good name.
Adults are working right now. Shh.
My God. All right. What are you doing, Amble?
I'm gonna get Oni?
Icon.
Icon. I don't know why I'm having so much trouble with that today. I'm
How
gonna
much
get
of that shot did you have?
I'm gonna get Icon to hold out his fist, and then I'm gonna grab the Phoenix Commander and just ram him into it. And be like,
Bang!
I'll be like, good job, Icon! You're really taking it out of him.
Just suplex, isn't it?
That's amazing. What was the line I had? I had a line for that. I gotta pause.
You did
Alright,
yourself.
okay. Every fight's easy when it's being delivered hot and fresh. We're just bashing his mech on his fist.
Yeah.
Get to the juicy center.
Alright,
And the Gnosis are running around, I guess, trying to help Jack him up.
No!
No, not
it
helping.
breaks his
No,
move.
not
It breaks
helping
my
Jack
move.
him up.
They're deliberately not helping.
Help
Jack.
Rover.
They'll go help Rover. When
Okay,
they know
fight
that
the barrel
Rover is just like
crossbow.
taking the shot.
Fine. So how are you going to represent this move of you helping Icon win this fight?
I guess I am keeping him busy.
Or you're providing him sage advice with your Jedi shit?
Yeah, I'm telling him
Making it impossible for him to... He'll have hope, so it'll be impossible for him to lose.
Sure. I'm revealing the way.
There you go.
Hold out your fist.
Bang! Bang!
Your tactical advice is brilliant.
Oh shit, Trench was supposed to tell you a thing.
I mean, we're on the comms range.
Yeah, but it's more funny.
I
if he
assume
doesn't
he's
tell us.
gone by this point. I don't see him in combat. I'm a little worried.
He's around.
He's
The big
space
one's
wizard.
out there. He doesn't want to confuse people. They're
That's
color-coded
fair.
the same.
That's fair.
So in his hurry,
Oh! Remember that time travel thing?
Yes.
I kind of forgot a few details.
Like.
Oh no, it was like a whole presentation. I had a whole...
Okay, upload it quickly over the comms. So we'll just
No,
play
it's an in-person thing. Everyone come to a corner of the fight.
Okay.
Rover just like stops
busy.
unscrewing what he's doing, starts walking away, and just like
Rover, send your probe.
backhands one of the like rope mech guys and just tosses him.
I'm gonna twist my girder around Phoenix Commander, kind of just like lock him in place. And be like, now you stay here.
I think I have it handled.
Good.
You keep working at upper punch.
And we'll resolve your thing. So what were you doing against the world?
I am going
Keeping
to
them busy.
Yeah, keeping him busy.
Alright, keep them all.
I had a fun time, and then it's just him, just doink, bonk, just destroying things with his baseball bat, grabbing helicopters and slamming them together, and generally doing what an Autobot does to conventional military forces.
Oh, it's so awful for them. It's like Godzilla the worst.
Shin Gojira.
Right? Do you all gather around like a pillar?
Yeah.
Sure.
Tarantulas crawls
Huddle.
down from the ceiling in robot mode. Okay. Damn it! I was ready for this. I have a slide.
Is this gonna be PowerPoint?
A little.
As he's, I just picture us like as he's searching for slides. Every now and then, like a mech soldier comes over and we just like punch it in
And
the
you guys all just
face.
bashing it, throwing it back out there to
Yeah.
to fight. The Tarantulas out there is like, ah. Alright. You have to make sure Icon is found in a specific way for it to work with the time traveler. Oh, hey, why did my screen go dark? Oh, let me pause. Alright. There's a presentation for this, so. Let me. Okay. Icon. What is the backstory for Icon?
He's a savior.
Landed on this planet.
Crash landed on this planet.
Right. So, and he'll like on a wall, boop, put up a slide, and it shows like a picture of Icon standing like a hero, and it's like Action Comics, number whatever, and the title of the comic is The Icon Paradox, and it's like the last thrilling issue, the death of a hero. It's like Icon, hero of the Atomic Coalition and this world. Boop. Next frame to like various panels from this issue. Tragically cut, from another world, came here, raised by farmers, symbol of hope, militant in the beginning, then became much more relaxed and cosmopolitan, blah, 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 after a run-in with aliens, Shockwave, etc. And it cuts to another comic cover which shows a alien pilot in front of an open icon, and it says, "Icon, the hero who lies." You know, the astounding final issue. There's a different Icon origin story about Atomic Confederate mech jockey Rick Hunter and the Icon Project. In this origin, a alien technology crashes onto the planet, seems like a nuclear exchange, and starts their nuclear winter. When the atomic coalition comes out of the other end of it, they use the technology to build a superior mech suit that they then build a backstory for and says is an alien from another world. Come here to teach them how it's wrong to go to war. And be a propaganda tool.
Okay.
Everything's set up for this Icon's identity. He has a kid sidekick that keeps coming back after it dies. He is the pilot, Rick Hunter's sister, is the fake daughter of the family who adopts him, and the family are also government agents on the farm. It's a whole persona thing.
So, what's your point?
Nerds. Nerds.
My point is, he like puts both comics next to each other and like basically like has them flip pages to go through the origin story of each hero on the last issue, until as it gets to the center, they both show the same scene, just from two different ways you can read it, which is his funeral.
Okay.
Same hero. This issue is important because it's from the future, and it shows like the only they have left is like his hand, and it's in a coffin, and like it's on display as like the last relics of a hero. The hand he's currently punching Phoenix Commander with.
Okay.
Okay.
So they go to the other side where the Icon alien part is, and it cuts to when he encounters those aliens in Shockwave, and he gets mortally wounded. And the last few panels are basically, it's dark, and Shockwave's eye illuminates the panel as he comes in with his surgery tools. And you don't see what happens after that before it cuts to the funeral. On the Rick Hunter pilot side, it does show what happens after that. He basically sews the pilot into the mech suit and makes it think he's a Cybertronian.
Okay.
So-
None of that makes sense, but...
What are you talking about? None of that makes sense. It's a clearly normal origin story.
So you want us to make him look like a...
He needs to lose an arm.
He needs to lose an arm,
Okay.
but it's important that I explain to you the complicated plot of his origin.
Okay, but is he a Cybertronian or not?
Yeah, I mean, literally,
both.
Amble has opened up his.
We've checked.
Yeah, and there's that black tomb in there made of indestructible metal Shockwave is known for working with. Or a spark chamber would be.
Oh, okay, it's a Schrodinger situation.
No, it's just both. An alien suit of armor crashed onto this world and was rebuilt into a war machine. Rick Hunter piloted it and was eventually mortally wounded. Shockwave found the mess and made Icon from it, which is why Icon changes personality from a propaganda machine to a hero. It's both. And then he shows that the issues with the two covers are just the same issue.
Yeah.
Like, literally, like, they printed it like that. Years after, to tell people about Icon.
Okay. So he needs to die with his hands still intact.
He doesn't need to die. I don't care about that part. You just make sure his arm is severed. Yes, I could have just said make sure his arm is severed, but you need the context. Because I have to explain it. Because it's complicated.
Okay.
I mean, to be fair, that seems to be a pretty.
I mean, you could have just told us, was hack off his
No,
arm,
no,
leave that
he
behind.
No. It's like how odd numbers are just cleaner. It's complicated, and I need to know that I'm the one that told you it because you didn't figure it out.
Of course, we don't read
Sure.
comics.
Of course, you both went to the science academy, right?
Yes, for Laban, the Axis Academy of Science was a nightmare place.
Sounds good. Okay.
Oh, and also now you know his deepest, darkest secret.
Go
He
fight
has
Bunsen
it, so
burners.
That'll be fun to observe. Anyway, break. Go back to the fight.
We can talk about all of this once we were sitting down in the bunker for a few years. Okay.
All right, he climbs back up onto the ceiling to hide, like a cat.
Fair. Poor scientist.
I mean, one happened and the other.
Yeah.
So,
Even when Perceptor, the scientist, became like a war machine, he still became a sniper.
so Jackman, you're fighting that army.
Yeah.
Resume.
So
You go back out to keep him busy.
yeah, keep them busy and basically just doing a lot of damage.
And then you can finish them.
Yep, that is the. Yeah, I'm just gonna basically hold them, grapple them, and continually throw them.
What are you gonna do, Viator?
I guess I'm gonna be looking for those explosives that might be around.
Oh, that's probably for a good idea.
Yup.
Yeah, going back to disassemble.
The Gnosis are like curb stomping the broken mechs of those Cobra commanders. I mean, Phoenix Command soldiers.
Yeah, no, just disassembling the warp gate because don't want that going off.
Space Bridge.
Space bridge. That's the word I was looking for. Don't want that.
And Amble.
I'm helping. Icon.
Icon.
I had it that time. I'm helping Icon finish off the Phoenix Commander so we can move on to the zombie tarantulas that he needs to fight.
He does need to fight.
And he needs to die fighting.
Yeah.
Please, Icon, no more. I surrender. I, Phoenix Commander, give up. No.
And this will become an important issue where Icon kills.
No, Phoenix Commander, you've gone too far this time. You're trying to start a nuclear war that would wipe out all life on this world. Your insanity and greed has gone too far, and I cannot in good conscience tolerate you to continue existing.
You could get a message.
What? You don't do that! I've done it several times. No, not anything that mattered. The giant ape. It was a giant ape. You killed it. It was thinking. It was a thinking creature. The space bandits. They were also people. You didn't kill them. You sent them to prison. No, I killed them. They were space bandits trying to steal all the air from the planet. I absolutely kill people, Phoenix Commander. How have you not picked up on this? I don't do it a lot, because justice.
But this is justice.
But, yeah. People call me a hero, Phoenix Commander. I'm a soldier first. And soldiers win wars.
The boys.
He's like, well, I baked my whole plan on you letting me live.
This guy just graduated the Boy Scouts.
I guess you can call it a change of plans.
Yeah, that's why this episode's called the Icon Paradox. It's not a time travel thing. It's also how can you have two origin stories? There's layers to it. The last issue in universe is the Icon Paradox.
Oh no.
Yeah, so that's what he's doing if you want to head back over there.
Okay. Yeah, I'll just hold him still. Let it happen.
He's like trying to eject, but the cockpit's too jammed up now and broken. I can see like, nope, no rockets.
Now that you've done that, Icon, it's time for you to face your true foe, Tarantulas.
Ah, yes, the scientist. He's a lot more fighty than I thought he'd be for a scientist. Usually, and he'll grab the Phoenix Commander suit and he'll throw it against a spike on the wall so it's impaled and starts like overheating and electricity until it like goes critical and like explodes off camera. I'd expected him to hide. No scientists do.
Yeah, well, this one is actually undead and he's gone kind of crazy.
He's undead too? It's
Yeah,
too many things.
I'll have a lot of time to explain when we're in the bunker.
It's too much, he mocks, rolling up his sleeves. It's just too much for him to be undead too, and a scientist and a space machine.
Well, knock a couple pieces on it.
Make sure
I
to
don't know why they're overcomplicating these stories. And he just goes up and starts wrecking tarantulas. It's a terror con. Oh no, wait, it's also the size of Optimus and Feral. Those things are a nightmare to fight.
Yep.
So,
He
yeah, that's
does
going to be a
need
fight
help.
for him. He might need help.
Yeah, I'll give him a hand.
That's probably for the best.
As Rover's working on it, don't forget to lose an arm.
Is
It's
that
gonna
is that
ease into it.
Oh, yeah, you too! You lose an arm too. He like nudges you. Stage play.
So as I'm going and helping him kind of like fight tarantulas by like grabbing arms and like holding down, I'm gonna start explaining what's going on.
Alright, what is
Reveal the
going
way.
on? Oh, he's flipping around.
So we came back in time because your world was destroyed.
Right, time travel.
Yeah. We were sent back in time by future tarantulas.
What, this fellow?
Yes.
Well, not this one. The other one.
Time travel is weird. I don't understand it.
Okay.
Who is also here, by the way.
Where? That's Mesophallus. That's
Yeah,
Rover Sparktwin.
Mesophallus is Tarantulas, and Tarantulas is Rover Sparktwin.
Interesting. Oh, he's got me. He's got me.
Okay. Oh.
Well, I think I have an elegant solution to this problem. After all, in any good fight, you have to eventually say a farewell to arms. Boop. And the fist starts rocking off on jets and starts flying tarantulas with his open maw into a wall and blows his head apart. I'm gonna get another, right?
Eventually.
Alright. I left my spares back at base.
Yeah, it's actually
Spares.
important for some reason that they find that arm.
It's like embedded in the wall.
Looks good.
Yeah. The reason is because there's 2 comic books, and a pilot is Shockwave. If I remember correctly.
Oh wow, that was terrible.
Rover's just like,
Do you
not
like
gonna-
Do you want Screamo to solve this, or do you want it to be like this?
I don't want to be like this.
All right. Screamo's solution was to turn to rhinoceros. You'd be like, and all the mental deprogramming would fade, and you realize the light was a lie.
Sure, let's do that.
Oh, you want that? You want that? You're gonna reveal the way, Jedi.
Yeah.
See,
yeah.
So Screamo.
I'm leveling with him. I feel like he's been kept in the dark for too long.
So Screamo like walks onto your arm and Holland projects the 2D image of a rhinoceros made out of purple and red energy. And there's that Jaws moment for Icon where he's like, he doesn't say anything.
See, instead, Scooter
So that's what's going on.
Scooter broken the thing, so we will start talking normally for a scene. And let me talk to you about the comics. It's very important.
Well, that's a lot to throw on.
Yeah, if you want to just like sit down for a minute and process, I'll.
He goes down by the space station and sits down like next to the control panel and like puts his one fist under his chin to think.
I'll go grab his arm out of the wall and I'll just kind of like artfully arrange it on the ground.
Like headless torso, blown open tarantulas body still trying to shuffle along.
I'll cave in its head.
Oh no, its head's gone. It's been split in half like a thing.
fire.
Or like the T-1000 when that round goes into it.
I will beat it to death with the arm, so that in a way it is Icon doing it.
Alright, you put that Terracon down. So that's your whole thing where you revealed the way with your move.
Yeah.
What are you guys up to?
Finding bombs.
Alright, what is your plan to find that bomb?
Start searching out the, I don't know, frequencies or something like that.
Alright, were you going to keep them busy again?
Yeah, and I'm slowly willing them down because I've got that move that lets me do damage with it. So.
Do you want to do that again to like start to clear them out, and then that'll give him an opportunity to start searching for the bomb?
Yeah,
'Cause
I
it'll
just
be a
basically
crowded firefight.
continually taking an advantage, taking a 10 plus, and doing a.
And finish them.
Yeah.
So like...
Fuck! Alright.
So
You're
they have
burning
the
through
air.
them.
I mean, I think you still need to do the
You're
finish
still
them. but-
disassembling rover?
Yeah. Yeah.
No, actually, no.
Once
You
once
get to 10
I
plus.
can literally just keep holding them and roll
Yes,
10
keep-
plus and doing damage to them.
Does that do damage?
It does for me because of the combination of
It does for him.
Ah,
You
okay. then.
just cheese grater them.
Okay.
Alright, well, the room starts to thin out because he's killing everyone efficiently. Like Goblin King.
And I'm occasionally like grabbing pilots and stuff like that, and from the side.
Oh, like they're
just throwing it to a
ejecting,
pile.
like the cockpit will like eject and they'll fly away.
There are no whales suiciding of these people, so it's not.
Hey, Goblin King was efficient. I tanked an entire set piece.
Yeah,
Because technically, I get to steal something from each one of these guys every time I do this.
Their wallets. Give me your wallet.
Give me all your parachutes!
Yeah, just take all their wallets.
Rob them a little. Get over here, Baroness. I'm gonna rob you. Baroness, Destro, Cobra Commander, and that's all I know.
Major Blood, Zartan.
Really?
Yeah, there's
Major Blood.
Major Blood was totally a dude. Yeah, there it is. I got
All
really
right.
dumb later on.
So do your thing, Viator. Find the
rolled a
last
9.
bomb.
Roll a 9. So I find something out the hard way, unfortunately.
You find the sabotage explosive, and it's ticking down. It's in your hands.
Well, I guess time to fly it up.
Haha! You fly it up out of this building, and it explodes and leaves a comet trail as you fly away.
Woo!
And yeah, just I don't know. Do you want to spend something to finish wrecking this machine or something? I don't know. What do you want to do?
Sure, yeah, I'm gonna spend a useful item. And I'll finish wrecking this machine, and I'll have just a smaller bomb ready, so that there'll be a mini explosion and we can just hide somewhere. Because we need to not be seen.
So you can always like do a primer, cut out the unimportant bits, and then like collapse that space bridge into your space bridge and put it inside out.
So you should probably tell people to clear out if the space bridge is going to go critical.
Yeah. As I finish up what I'm doing, I'm just like, oh no, it's going critical. Oh no, Icon, we need you over here to help us stop it. Only you can save everyone.
He knows the plan.
He's still sitting there. He's directly beside you at the space bridge.
As I look over, oh, you're already here. Okay, well,
Why would I say a farewell to arms?
Just like, oh man, my catchphrase is terrible.
Why was he dressed like Hitler?
I can make some iconic last words.
Why would I say a farewell to arms?
There we go.
Wait, he's gonna die?
No. You guys are blowing the bottom out of this so you guys can like
We
fall
sink
in the
down
basement.
and
We need to
nobody
pretend
sees
that
us.
he's
But
dying.
You fake blow this place up, go to the basement, and like I assume taking the sewers and start going down.
yeah.
Alright, yeah, you deal with this problem.
And any one of the people who are like parachuting who are too close to this thing are what are my targets for grabbing. They're getting added to the collection or being...
Want some Phoenix Commanders, troopers?
Sure, why not?
Right after you had the last batch, like, these guys want to kill everybody else.
Oh yeah, we're gonna have there'll be a discussion.
Then they have a deprogramming.
Yeah, well, I don't... It's just on the matter of, well, I can let them sit there by the explosion and die, or...
I mean, if you save them, I'll take them,
Yeah,
but I'm not
that's-
saving them.
Yeah.
Scene swipe. You guys are underground. In some sort of natural cave, like you shot your way through like a crevice and it's just you're deep underground.
And so that's what's up with Tim Tom.
He's my adopted son.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, don't feel bad. He was actually pretty fun to hang around with.
It's a heavy thing.
Yeah, well, you got a long time to come to terms with it. And look, if you want my opinion, it was all done for good, and you accomplished a whole lot with what you were given. You've done more than most. I mean, it sucks that you were strung along for so long, but you should be proud of what you accomplished.
I wonder if anyone is still alive who remembers. It's been at least 3 generations since my adopted parents died. Is anyone from the government still around that even knows?
I mean, that's the peril of one of the reasons why most of the Cybertronians don't hang out too long with, a few exceptions, of course.
Yeah. Yes,
But-
of course. Very few of us hang out with organics. As he slides the bones of all those people you saved deeper into the crevice, because organics don't work that way. You can't just take them and put them in a cave.
I mean, you could just put little, cryo chambers.
I figured you had a thing for that.
He hasn't told Jack him up. He's like,
Oh, okay.
Jack him up believes that these people were saved, and he
But
wants
it's
he wants to preserve Jack him up's innocence in this.
So the real question, Icon, is what do you want to do now?
Well, I suppose even if you hadn't told me what you told me, my work here is done. If time works out the way it works out, the Rao Confederacy and the Atomic Coalition unite together and a new age of peace and space travel prospers.
Who?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. The row.
Well, the question is also how do we resolve this time paradox we're in right now, and how do we kickstart the start of this whole planet thing? Remember that was also a part of it, where we think that Icon went back in time and.
I think you're overthinking this. I prefer not to think about this at all.
I mean, we just. Panrock is sitting here with our skeletons in space, arriving. Oh, looks like everything's fine. Oh, Icon died. Oh, boo-hoo. Well, let's move on.
If it makes you feel any better, Icon, I too was played for a patsy once. I got better. It doesn't.
I'm just going to exchange a meaningful look with Jack him up.
Mostly because I don't know you. And you seem like the patsy type.
Well, I got one for you. I spent the first couple 50,000 years or so of my runtime picking up dead Autobots and smashed bits and generally doing janitorial stuff. As a lot of us, didn't exactly have the most illustrious of beginnings and then went through a pointless civil war. At least it was pointless in the beginning. You at the very least got to be a savior. I mean,
Saviors are usually written by the history books. They're usually exaggerated a little. That's what I've found from what I've read. But I'd like to see your world.
I'd like to take you.
And I have all the time and none of the obligation.
Maybe one day.
I'm gonna get back there.
And maybe you could do me a bit of a favor. Icon, this is Waspinator. I'm hoping you might rub off on him a little.
Like waves. I think they met before. They were talking earlier.
Yeah.
This is an intro. He's not like, who the fuck is this that I'm hanging out with?
Who the fuck is Noob Noob?
Alright, so you introduce Waspinator as this new Tim Tum.
Yeah.
That's awesome. That's smart. that's a good attention to detail. Yeah, they shake hands. Again. So... we're waiting?
I mean, are all of us capable of stasising out?
Yeah, I'm just gonna take a break. No.
He's literally rubbing his hands, looking at you guys.
Yeah. No, I'm gonna stay awake.
Play bridge.
Just in case the government comes down here, right? Good idea. Have one of us stay awake. I'm gonna go to stasis.
Let me take out the ultimate Twilight Imperium, and
I mean,
we might be able to play one game of it.
Also, theoretically, it wouldn't exactly be a huge deal for most of us to, robots in disguise mode, if we absolutely have to.
Yeah. No, Rover just goes into stasis mode. He's like, "One of you guys got this."
Stasis lock, he drops dead. So you guys gonna wait down here?
I guess.
Yep.
Alright, your chronometer, you guys are gonna talk to each other, right? And just hang out.
At some point, do we I guess you don't even get rid of the people. It's just you just wait till they die.
No, that's why he said he pushed some skeletons into a crack.
Yeah, that's what I said. Because he said it's been 3 generations.
No. When you guys came back in time, it had been.
Yeah.
Because you guys had left the planet and come back.
Okay.
Time had gone by, and Icon's family were long dead by then.
So, we're not. It hasn't been that long. So this is why we figured.
But it could be
some theoretical way you could erase these people's memory or something like that if you wanted.
Oh no! As I said,
You don't.
They starved within like a month or something, and Rover just pushed the bones out of the way so Jack 'em Up would never know that he made a mistake.
Perfect. That board game that takes 500 hours to play looks like a nightmare.
1500.
That looks like a nightmare.
15.
The campaign of North America. It's like a joke board game.
No.
It's like the Grognard game too, and our Grognards were simulating each and every troop in the whole Northern America campaign or something like that.
Oh, is it what GMT or Avalon?
I don't know. I think it's
Anyway,
a joke.
about a century's gonna go by in your cave, waiting away time.
You
When Okay, you guys start hearing some noise. Like that alerts whoever's in the stasis lock. I guess you're sitting here telling stories, and you have plenty of stories to tell.
Yeah, and I'm teaching the No Seas musical theater, and they're putting on productions.
Dance.
Dance for me, little monkeys.
Alright, you guys hear a noise, and there's a tiny white rectangular pagoda that's just appeared, like, in the room. Scrap.
Oh,
Like, it's super tiny.
Oh, it's like it's them tech support guys.
yeah.
Yeah, the thing, like, just a seam appears in it, and it opens, and tech support walks out.
Greetings from the future.
Hey, I found you guys.
How you doing?
I'm doing actually pretty good. Took a bit of time off to rest. Didn't really pay attention to the planet at all. You know, hit up a few places, went to a few dives. You know, checked out a few civilizations.
Yeah, we're doing the whole not screw up the timeline any more than it already is kind of deal. Should be about what, another?
By my calculation, you got another like 2 millennia.
I mean, well, we can probably mess up the timeline a little because I don't even want to wait that long. But we're thinking, getting past the point where we can come out.
Or I could tow you back to the present.
That would be really nice because this is very boring. Very, very boring.
I
Even
don't know
by
why
our
you all didn't go to
standards.
the stasis lock.
He says, looking at Rover in stasis lock.
Gesturing to Rover, clearly comatose with spider webs around him.
Now, which one of us did that?
Just sort
Hi,
of.
you saved Icon. Looks like somebody got my message.
Yep, that was a little close on the time, but we did get it.
Okay, so we'll go back to the present, but the present will be different. So how do we make our past selves go back to the past?
Your ship's waiting for you in orbit.
And there won't be copies of this radio now. We'd be silly, right?
No, you went back in time.
Of course. All right, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, we went back in time in a different timeline.
No, you're not. There's no such thing as timelines. That's not how time travel works.
Yeah, don't
It's
argue.
one timeline.
There's no point in arguing with this one.
That's literally how it works. I studied warp theory at Jupiter Station. There is no timeline.
I mean, we're not arguing.
Multiverses?
There's no such thing as... There's a dead universe. Don't go there. And there's an evil universe. You guys don't have to worry about that. There aren't Cybertronians there.
Cybertron.
In that version, the Autobots became the Decepticons, and the Decepticons became the Autobots. And it turns out Autobots are way better at being evil than Decepticons are. They don't give 2 fucks, not 2 guys.
So in the end, the Decepticons were the good guys. Okay.
I just glare at you.
This is
Why him?
Didn't he just say the
just said the
Decepticons are the good
Decepticons.
guys?
Yeah,
Sorry,
that's
I
a character. It's a
Oh,
joke.
oh.
But in the last game when you go like, oh, everyone's playing evil
I thought you were
characters.
still in character.
Okay, let's go back to the present and let's...
Yeah, I just gotta get my tow line.
Okay.
And Zach goes back inside the box. Comes out with a stark white and gray cord with a hook on it. And just starts walking around you guys. Can you bunch up?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, but first, jack him up. Can you come help me with a talking secret over here?
Sure, okay. That doesn't sound very
We
suspicious.
Just leave.
So, what are we gonna do about old Decepticon here?
I don't know. I think we're gonna take him with. We've been literally sitting down here for a long time, and he hasn't tried to do anything yet.
Because we've been watching him.
Yeah, I mean that's fair, but
But we can't watch him forever.
I mean he's gonna be on a ship. We can take him somewhere where he's not gonna do any ridiculous amounts of harm.
You think it's set up to Skyway?
Alright. If you don't think we should handle this, then we won't handle it.
Yeah.
But if this comes back to bite us, I'm gonna wag my finger at you so bad.
Yeah, that's fair. I'll totally owe you
We come back.
a space beer.
Alright.
Whatever.
Oil.
Yes.
Energon.
A rolling bot. That's what it is.
Alright, so everyone's in the center. You're being woken up by a stasis lock.
Huh? What? Is it done?
Now they're
That's
towing us.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he just circles you guys with the cord and just clips it to itself. You know how like if you get like a cable tie, you like clip it to the cable.
Yep.
Yeah.
So he just circles you guys. He didn't like tie it tight. It's just a circle around. He just clips it, taps it. It kind of seals and becomes one rope. It's like, all right, I got the tow set up.
Rover holds on to the rope.
Don't touch the. Don't even look at the rope when the time travel starts.
And you call yourself a scientist.
Rover's like, this doesn't seem scientifically safe.
Don't
That's
worry, you'll
where-
be traveling to the 4th dimension. It's perfectly safe. It's like the 3 dimensions.
It's like, very well.
I know you non-flyers
I
aren't
don't know.
used to this, but...
Whoa. Starting to see why you don't like flyers.
I'm sorry you're capable of moving the 3rd dimension.
I'm sorry, non-flyers. The real.
Some of my best friends are flyers. They just go crazy is all.
You know, my spark twin married a flyer.
Okay, tow away!
Oh.
All right, he goes back inside and just you guys start to the area starts to fade away.
So we're doing the time machine thingy.
Yeah, and then you fade back in, and let me see what I got here. And you arrive in the present. Icon's homeworld is a verdant garden planet. Like there's trees, foliage, streams, rivers, moss covering this entire world.
There's poison everywhere.
Well, either this is the post-apocalypse or we fixed it.
No, everything looks pretty alright from my POV. This is how the planet looks.
We should probably head out or do a color change, or else there's going to be some unusual questions.
Oh, you don't have to worry about that. It's uninhabited.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
That's uninhabited.
What happened to all of Icon's people?
Like he points in the sky, there's like remains of orbitals and like space stations and stuff, but like they're clearly falling out of orbit from disuse. It's been a few thousand years. They left.
I guess.
Can't stay in the crib forever.
Fair.
I don't know. Happens with a lot of species, you know. They'll leave their homeworld, forget about it, think it's a legend, and then try to come back to it, and then just find a similar world, settle down. Cycle continues.
Is there any sentient life on this planet?
Nope.
I mean, give it a
Probably
few.
He says,
animals.
looking at us.
The next time we're here, maybe you'll have one of those things happen where they just sort of pop up.
I mean, you could release some...
I can't
Well, I was gonna release some here.
You see evidence that there once were structures here, but so much time has gone by that like they've
Yeah.
kind of ground down into like kind of features of the landmarks, like landmarks and stuff. You're getting a transponder code from one of your mini-cons.
Okay. Boop.
You go find it.
Okay.
Alright, it takes some time to find, but basically under like a mountain that underneath there's remains of an old bunker, there's one of the Justice League, or what do I call them? Team Tomorrow. One of the Team Tomorrow cyborgs, the Terminators.
Oh, nice to find you here.
Yeah, it's offline.
No.
It looks like it crashed its own hard disks.
Well, I guess there's not much to do here. Just turn it off.
Can you restore the hard disks?
I mean, they'll
Yeah,
be an empty shell.
I know, but like you could like find out what the heck happened. I mean, just for the sake of closure.
Well, it's not that badly crashed, then yes.
Alright, you guys do like a data restore while you're hanging out on this planet?
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Peace happened, they got together, this world became united, they went to space, they became part of a spacefaring empire that tied into a government planetary coalition called the Citadel. And then they became under attack by space creatures, everyone in the galaxy did, and all life on the planet was wiped out.
They got reaped.
Dang.
Not just here, everywhere.
Everywhere?
Well, like, as far as its records show. It came back to this planet because it knew you'd show up eventually.
Well, dang it.
Well, that's a bitter end.
No, pretty good for a civilization like this. They had a few thousand years of, they had a couple hundred of, a very small 1,000 years of like strife and war on their planet, then a bunch of 1,000 years of peace and enlightened science and that, and then they just went away. Happened to my people. Turned out just fine for them.
As far as organics go, they had a good run.
Yeah.
I mean, they didn't have 65 million years of constant warfare.
Yeah, you
Oh
gotta-
no, the horror.
See, but they could have just cut it down at one warfare and ended it. That was quick.
Yep. I deposit some people here, some organics here, and
Go, be free.
yeah. Basically any ones that were causing trouble, that kind of stuff. And
We'll nickname this planet Space Australia.
You ditch the cultists here?
yeah,
Oh my god, that's perfect. Hey, your ship's in orbit.
That will in no way cause problems.
I mean, like, some people say that, like, if we, like, lost the technological progress right now, we went back to whatever, we wouldn't be able to build up to what it is, because, like, all the deposits of, like, minerals, whatever that were accessible
Yeah,
are
I know,
already
I know
depleted.
that one too.
So it's like, well, they want to go to space, because
Maybe space has been Kepler.
I mean, they had a pretty good amount of like resource replicators and stockpilers and stuff, so there's probably stockpiles just around this world that'll get reabsorbed into the ground.
maybe.
Bunkers will break down and you'll have veins of like tin and shit all over
Bullshit
the place.
finds a way.
They have replicators, which means they have feedstock everywhere seeding this world.
For now.
Also, they probably at some point had a planet rehabilitation thing where they like undid their landfills from like their Victorian era and refilled all of the strip mines. Civilizations do that when they get,
advanced
post-scarcity enough. Like, we should probably restore our planet for future generations to appreciate.
Yeah, like decent.
I appreciate it. That was best of mine.
We'll de-acidify that ocean.
Yeah.
We'll reclone like fucking, I don't know, Tasmanian devils. They went extinct, right?
What?
We'll get the whitest rhinos possible.
The Tasmanian tiger
That's-
was extinct. Devils not yet, but they're getting there.
Um,
So yeah, Techsport will hang out with you guys if you want to chat with him. And maybe get his secret backstory.
so, what's your deal?
What do you mean?
I mean, you're an organic, clearly.
Yeah, well, technically, it's a little tricky. I'm technically a Time Lord.
What's a Time Lord?
Race of time travelers. Like, they're born being able to kind of time travel as their whole shtick. Not really well, but then they build tech for it. You get uplifted into it. Or sometimes you just figure it out on your own. That's what I was clever. I figured it out on my own.
So you just go around poking at time?
I do kind of whatever I want. Who's going to stop me? Other Time Lords?
It's fair.
I don't take orders from no one. Oh, except my boss is right. I work for someone.
Who do you work for?
CIA, Celestial Intervention Agency.
Keep things from getting too crazy with time travel.
Basically this one specific race you probably won't run into because they avoid you. But yeah,
Reaper? What about Reapers?
I don't know what you're talking about. No, they look like garbage cans. You'll know them when you see them. They stay away from you because you terrify them.
It's fair. We terrify a lot of things.
But yeah, no, see, I was a test pilot, and what we had done, I was on a deep exploration vessel, and we built a ship that could travel infinite speed. I got caught up into it, and when I came back, I started like growing extra organs, getting smarter. I got 2 hearts, and I tapped into the time vortex. And I broke free of my ship, broke free of that ship, got into my test vehicle, and I just flew my way back in. Ended up on Gallifrey.
Neat.
They called me Nick Lacarno back in the day.
We'll always have Paris.
Yeah.
And there it is. It's perfect. That happens in the episode. He grows 2 hearts.
Is it because one of them gets shot or something like that?
Nope.
No, it's because bad writing.
It's amazing. It's the perfect thing in the world. Anyway, it looks like you take all your people and you're gonna head off this world and go back into space.
Space.
Yep.
All right. You do. You get onto your ship. They were waiting here the whole time. They're like, yeah. Like, did you talk to anyone on the ship and ask how it looked from their perspective?
I mean, I have everyone I talked to with me.
Probably like, we arrived, you guys went down, and then we waited here, and now you're back up.
Pretty much, yeah. We arrived at the planet. You guys went down. There was a snap, and it was a verdant garden world full of poison, and then you came back.
Sounds about right.
Yeah. Like a wave went out from the planet, and like things in orbit changed, and the moon got like different structures to it, and it just kept. We didn't pay attention to it. We see that stuff all the time out in deep space. Don't really know what it's about.
It's some timey-wimey stuff.
Just time waves. It's like, oh hey, look, it's a thing. It's the ship. Nothing happens to the ship. That was weird. I wonder what those are. I wonder if they matter.
Oh, Jeremy Berenice.
And now Year of Hell.
Right?
The Cybertronian version.
You had your Year of Hell. It was Path of Logic. It was 30 days of get fucked. Anyway, back up to the ship.
I'm gonna show Tarantulas my lab with all my organics.
Time to torture.
Oh, you keep organics in your lab.
Yeah.
I thought that was a phase.
No. See, I'd like your help with something new while we go deep space. I'm not gonna.
Well, there's not enough of them to build a Cybertronian scaled organic.
No, I don't want to build a Cybertronian scale. See, these ones that I just picked up, and I point at the
Well, you've got avocado.
at the Barons, and then I point at Osiris. See, I want to make some kind of like hybrid-y sort of thing, because these ones, and I pointed at Osiris, are similar-esque to us because they came from a world built by a Cybertronian. I'll give you all the notes.
Give them the episode?
Yeah, give them the episode and all the
Oh,
notes.
Botanica.
Historical
Yeah.
documents.
Yeah. And then see, these ones use, like, not Cybertronian tech, but Anaquita, which is similar to Energon, and...
It's Energon enriched minerals.
Exactly. So, I'm thinking, if we make versions like Osiris, but smaller scale...
Little babies.
Why not go back to their world and just find the smallest of this creature's type and just breed them smaller?
Well, yes, but I thought it'd be more fun to make our own, as scientists. Come on, brother, when have we last worked on a project together?
I suppose. There's not a lot of point.
Entertainment. Intrigue, knowledge.
He's like tapping on the glass with one of his like arms.
Showing him all the data on like viruses, the virus we just went through, being like, see, the organics have value. Like, you can learn a lot from
Test
them.
subjects.
Well, all right. Oh, Cyclonic Plague, Shockwave. Right, I came to this galaxy for a reason.
Yes.
Shockwave's nearby. I was trying to catch him.
Oh. Go on to comms. So Shockwave's nearby.
You think?
Crap.
You've only been reaping the fallout of his actions.
Yeah,
You've only been
yeah,
reaping
yeah.
what he sowed constantly. Fuck, I love sowing so much. Oh, reaping, this is bullshit!
Yeah.
Like, we've gathered that. So it's Rampage.
Yeah,
We
Rampage.
should definitely avoid Rampage.
Yeah.
Kill us.
Yeah.
Well, fine. Let's go to the planet with this creature came from then and get more test subjects for you.
Okay.
And cut.
Perfect. So, I was Devin,
Tyler.
Ian.
Peter.
Mark.
and this is sponsored by Nobody. Signing off.